Hello, 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 hi. How is everyone? Why is my hair so weird? God. Hello, how is everyone doing? Yeah, this is a year-end stream. I know it's 5 o'clock and it is a random time to do a stream, but yeah, I was like, this is going to be a long one, so I'm just gonna do it at 5, and I will see where it goes. Yeah, there are people here already, or were they there before? So I was going to do this at 11 in the morning, I know, and there was a random power cut for maintenance or something that happened in my area, so I had to postpone it, and now I'm doing it at 5. So yeah. Hello, hi Sandeep, hello Nivi, hello 7:30 better. Yeah, I know, but here's the thing. I don't know how long this one will take, and I'll show you why. um, yeah, so I kind of went through all the news. I mean, kind of. Okay, kind of. I went through all the major news that happened in the year 2023. And for each month, I have a few events to cover, as you can see. Few being, well, few. Yeah, yeah. So we'll go through it one by one, dhire dhire, aaram se. And what I've also noticed is that a lot of people tend to watch this live stream later. And I feel like today, tomorrow, and day after there is a long weekend. So I'm guessing a lot of people will watch this, even if it's long. So hello to all the people from the future also, other than the current chat that I have. Hello, hello. This is the 2023 review. I'm just going to take you through all the events that I think are important and happened in the year 2023, because I feel like we are becoming very bad at keeping record. We are becoming very bad at sort of remembering things that happened in this year only. So I thought, why not do it? Yeah. And again, you will see so many videos from like YouTubers and organizations. 2023 meme rap or 2023 XYZ, which are like this listicles that happen, which are very quick and consumable. I get that. I started to make a video like that, but then I was like, there's a lot that happened. So why don't I just do a live stream? Yeah. So yeah, let's try this one. If it works out, maybe it will become a yearly tradition. We'll see. Traumas of 2023, pretty much this is a trauma stream. All the weird, bizarre, important incidents that happened in the year 2023 is what this stream is. So yeah, Rohan, you're correct, it is somewhat like that. Could be the final year before dictatorship takes over. You never know, friend. I mean, I would initially dismiss it, but then given all the laws that were passed last month, I am not so sure anymore. Next year is also elections, right? 2024 elections. So again, one of the big reasons why someone needs to keep a record, which is what I'm doing. You're scared of 2024? Don't be scared, or it'll be, maybe it'll be fine, I guess. Like, this is a hopeful stream. You know this. Everybody here knows this. This is a hopeful stream. So we try to be hopeful. Yeah. Uh, is this live or premiere? It is live. It is live, Radaditya. It is live and it is happening at 5 on Saturday, which is the 30th. This is the last stream of the year. So, Happy New Year to all the people in the future. You're Meghna trying very hard to be non-emotional about everything. It is just better for your own mental health, is why I recommend not getting too emotionally involved in politics and the news. It is a self-preservation thing, right? And yeah, I guess that is what I want to basically advise. I've been advising this to a lot of people lately. Hey, Umer, thank you so much for the mega support. Thank you so much. Welcome to the fam. I think this is the last year of Indian democracy. I know, Harsh, there is a very little hope, like in general around you, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Do you think there will be elections at all if BJP comes back to power with big majority? Will there be elections at all? So here's the thing. In 2026, right? There is an exercise called delimitation that is going to happen, which is going to be like this hard reset. So what essentially is my theory is what might happen is that 2024, if BJP gets a majority, then they start the census first. So they do the census and the NRC, which they have kept in the back burner, as you know. And then, willy nilly people are like, oh, citizenship, proof, citizenship. Anyway, then after that, once we get the new census figure, based on that in 2026, there would be an exercise called delimitation, which will kind of dissolve all of our assemblies. I mean, one nation, one election might happen simultaneously. So assemblies and the central government might be dissolved at the same time, Lok Sabha, and all the elections will take place at the same time, and with more seats to the north of India than the south of India, because population, proportional, all the things. So yeah, so that might happen in 2026. So 2024 is going to be important in a lot of ways. And I feel like this is one of the biggest ways that it will be important for, which is delimitation. And we don't know what will happen after that. Adhok Shaja Achar, thank you so much for the basic support. Welcome. And also Syed Gafar. Hello, friends. Hello. Thank you so much. I'd like to get Meghnad like hairstyle. I thought my hair was looking terrible today, but fine. Thank you so much. I'll take that as a compliment, sir. My doctor advised the same. Yes. My therapist also told me the same, sir. CEC appointment will be implemented, isn't it? Yeah. So I think that will happen earlier. As far as I know, there is a EC retiring in February. So that would be the first instance of the new CEC law being used to appoint a new EC, and Adaniya Pradhan Mantri controlling it through a committee. So yeah. Hello, I think there's always a cycle and things will be recycled. So let's be hopeful. Good moron. Yes, I agree. Pendulum. Delimitation should be on the basis of proportion with area and population density. Ranaditya, that is how it might happen. Like they will basically try to do delimitation based on the population. So if the northern states have had a bigger population growth, they will just get more seats. That's what I think is going to happen. Hey, Pramod, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. And thank you, Rupjit, for the basic support. Thank you so much and welcome. Nivi, Surya, Jobin, Antariksha, and Yash. Welcome to the nerd club. So what you can do is you can go to the community tab and you can join our Discord server. There I do like chats with members, and a lot of members are just buzzing around and talking about a lot of things. We have a new gaming channel there. So if you are into gaming, you might want to check that out. That has become very active. So there's a nice little community building. So if you are a member, head over there. Okay. Should we begin? I think we should begin. Yes. So to the people who are coming in the future, there will be time codes for every month or every story. I don't know yet, but there will be time codes for every month, so you can just check out. Oh, January में ये हुआ था. Oh, May में ये हुआ था. Oh, September, I remember, that is when my birthday is. And what happened in September? That is all that you will get. So right now, if you're watching it live, you will see it in a linear fashion. But if you are coming back later and watching this video, you will be able to click on the time codes and check each month, right? So let's begin with the review of 2023. 2023 review it is. So, friends, it's 2023 and we start with January, right? In January, some very interesting thing happened. Some very interesting things happened. I'm not going to go in like the linear fashion, but yeah. Of course, the first thing that happened was the Adani saga. I am going to put this here. So Adani saga happened, if you remember. So just to give you a brief of what it was all about. Wait, where did chat go? Okay. Just to give you a brief of what this thing was all about. Essentially, Gautam Adani sir allegedly has been playing a lot with the stock market and pumping up his own stock in various ways. One of them is there are a bunch of offshore companies which have been putting in money into Adani stocks, and they have been buying something called a float. So the securities law says, the market laws says that you can only own 75% of the stock, and other than that 25%. So if you're a promoter of a company, you can only own 75% of the stock, but 25% has to be owned by the public. So what Adani has been doing is that it has been buying into the float as well, and therefore manipulating its stock prices, apparently, allegedly. And this is what happened. The first thing that happened in 2023 was this Hindenburg. Hindenburg is this short selling company and also a forensic research company. So they do research, they put out reports, but then they also short the company. So that is their essential business model. Okay, so they do like giant investigations. So they have all these allegations that came out against Gautam Adani. This is a very long report. If you can see, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, and I read well, a lot of it. I wouldn't say all of it, or I think I did back then. Then after this, what happened was that Adani gave a response to this. They were asked some 80 plus questions, and Adani ji's answer was, "How dare you insult India? Because this is insult to India." You know, his stock prices fell like mad. Some 20% of the value was just wiped out in 2 days of his entire company. Adani, who used to be the second richest man, went to like number 18 or even below that in like a matter of a week. And then panic happened. This whole thing was being played up a lot. Of course, our Godi media came out and sort of defended Adani ji also and said that what is this? This is economic terrorism happening from the US. So Hindenburg was a conspiracy theory which was funded by George Soros, etc. And they're attacking India. And Adani's spokesperson came in with a giant flag in his background and went nuts. And he's like, "Oh, this is an attack on India. This will not do. La 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 la." So that's what happened. Then Hindenburg came back and said, "Listen, we are asking you again, respond to the questions and tell us and answer our allegations. Don't use the flag, the Indian flag, as a cover." After that, Adani gave a response again. They gave like a giant response, like 350 pages something, out of which only 17 pages were relevant and the rest were annexures. So in the response, they kind of gave some non-answers, basically. That is how the year started, friends. The headline here reads, "Adani Group, how the world's third richest man is pulling the largest con in corporate history." Very fun report, must read. Highly recommended. Yeah, that's what happened. It's been a year, and a lot has happened after that also. A bunch of other stories have also come up. I have done an Adani saga there. There is another story that happened very recently, which we will talk in the December month. Okay, the other thing that happened was this one. BBC documentary on PM Modi. outfits hunt for film on internet. Many held for treason. So there was a documentary that was aired, which sort of, alleged that Modi didn't do enough in the 2002 riots. That was the BBC's documentary, and that was banned in India. Yeah, that was banned in India. Elon Musk's Twitter also banned it in on Twitter, and a lot of social media companies also like went by this ban and just let it not exist in India. But then some college students essentially went ahead and tried to watch the documentary. Delhi, Hyderabad, Kerala, Pondicherry. Yeah. Screening of India, the Modi question. That is what the documentary was called. And the BJP basically called this treasonous. And police wearing riot gear are deployed at some universities where clashes could take place. So basically, they cracked down kind of big on the BBC documentary. The first episode was aired on January 17th. So that also happened this year. This documentary was banned, but it was aired in the UK. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not even sure if I want to see it, honestly. But sure, I guess. The film, which makers claim is based on an unpublished report from the UK Foreign Office, has been trashed by the Ministry of External Affairs as a propaganda piece that lacks objectivity and reflects a colonial mindset. This year has all been about colonial mindset and removing it. A group of 302 former judges, ex-bureaucrats and veterans slammed the BBC documentary as a motivated charge sheet against our leader, a fellow Indian and patriot. And a reflection of dyed-in-the-wool negativity and unrelenting prejudice. So, of course, PBC, yeah. Directions on blocking access were understood to have been issued by by Ministry of Information and Technology, yeah. And this was done under the IT rules. Twitter blocked 50 tweets based on a request by the Ministry of Information Broadcasting. Yeah. So yeah, this also happened in January. Of course, another fun story from January. If you remember this, what a fun story. This was fun story. BJP leader Tejasvi Surya opened the emergency exit of an Indigo plane last month by mistake and apologized for it. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said, confirming an incident that has spurred opposition derision and attacks on Karnataka MP. Oh wait, this was in December. That was December 2022, I guess. But hey, this apparently Jyotiraditya Scindia responded saying, plane door opened by mistake. He said sorry. Yeah, I guess that's all fine then. What is this?
Surya said that he had done so by mistake. The incident took place on the 10th of December in Indigo aircraft 7339 ATR. The door was opened when the air hostess gave safety instructions before the plane took off. Tejasvi Surya said that he had done so by mistake. Along with Tejasvi, Tamil Nadu BJP President K. Annamalai was also on board. Indigo's ATR aircraft is a very small aircraft.
Oh, so this was last year. Doesn't count, clearly. But fun story nonetheless. Yes, Bharat Jodo Yatra concluded in January, wasn't it? Wait, am I getting this wrong? Am I getting this one wrong? Finale? Yeah, it did, I guess. Yes, 30th of January is when it concluded. Speaking at a rally to mark the finale of Bharat Jodo Yatra, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said he has warned that he might be attacked in Kashmir. But people here did not give me hand grenades, but hearts full of love. He added that BJP members could not walk like this in Jammu Kashmir because they are scared. So Bharat Jodo Yatra ended in January also. That was also this year, by the way. Photos of Rahul Gandhi in snow. Yeah, he had this beard. He had this nice little, like nice little beard which he had grown. Yeah. Congress expectations take a hit. In the end, there was no clinching hands of showcasing opposition unity, nor a dramatic show of support. If the Congress had expected a long line of opposition leaders to turn up at Srinagar to mark the culmination of Rahul Gandhi's cross-country Bharat Jodo Yatra, it was in for a disappointment. They wrote to 23 political parties. Congress expectations was all these parties invited would send representatives, but that did not happen. Yeah, so the Bharat Jodo Yatra also ended this year in January. Another important thing that happened, wrestlers' protest started on January 18th. Yeah, again, this year in January, wrestlers' protest started. They've accused the WFI chief, Brijbhushan Singh Sharan, of sexual exploitation and intimidation and demanded his resignation and dissolution of WFI. And that went on for a while. This is the timeline which goes on. Yeah. Look at the timeline. It ends in December 24th, which is literally a week ago. So this entire year, this wrestlers protest saga has been going on, but it started in January, right? CWG champion wrestler and BJP member Babita Phogat meets wrestlers, says she will speak to the government. So there were a bunch of very high-level wrestlers who participated in this, including Sakshi Malik, Bajrang Punia, who were sitting in Jantar Mantar. January is when it all started. Another important story which I thought is worth mentioning. Joshimath sank 5.4 centimeters in 12 days. Yeah, so apparently there were like these weird images that came out from Joshimath where the land just sank and there were cracks in a lot of buildings. And this is a report that came out. Subsidence zone of Joshimath sank for 5.4 kilometers in 12 days between December 2020 and January 2023, while it recorded 9 centimeters in 7 months between April and November 2022. So Joshimath, I thought this was an important sort of story to also mention because a lot of things have been happening climate change wise in general. There was a collapse also that happened later, the Silkyara tunnel. And then there are some communal tensions also happening in Uttarakhand. We'll talk about that in the relevant months. But yeah, okay, let us talk to chat before we go to the next month. Okay. Is the membership not available by UPI? Pratik, no. Right now, it is only available through YouTube. So please, if you want to support it. New Year gift. Thank you so much, Pramod. More than PM, I think there has to... What? Mixed parties all over India, then absolute majority. So at least things will be discussed. Yeah, so you're saying that there shouldn't be a majority given to a single party? Completely agree. I think we need to have more diversity in the parliament. And I feel like coalition governments is what I'm looking for. You know, in 2024, I've been telling people, I wouldn't mind even if the BJP wins, if it is like a coalition partner, if it doesn't get majority, and they have to basically take support of other regional parties and form government. I think that's not exactly a bad idea. Because for the first time in a decade, then they will have to negotiate. They will have to talk to the opposition. They will have to get consensus. Maybe it's a good idea. Hindenburg just exposed how morally and ethically wrong is Adani Corporation. Allegedly, Manu, everything is alleged. Everything is alleged. Please don't hurt the interests of business, sir, and the country at large, because business, sir, is the country and the country is business, sir. BBC documentary is worth watching. Siddharth, oh yeah, you live somewhere else, no? So you must have watched it. I haven't seen it yet. I can't see it because I'm a good citizen. I don't see such anti-national things. Okay. How SC rejected Hindenburg report and even Financial Times. It is bizarre when SEBI is the one which is also accountable and they are the ones investigating it. Radhaditya, actually, yeah, a lot of questions have been raised about how fair this investigation will be. Because the SEBI was supposed to prevent this in the first place. Now, how is it investigating it also? That is a big question to ask. So, this, it's kind of strange, no? That all of this happened in January. It's been a year and literally nothing has happened. Literally nothing has happened to businesser or any of his business interests. In fact, it has grown. Now his company has recovered and doing well in the market again. All the things. So, yeah. I guess that is the country we live in now. If you are close to the government and if you are a big corporate, sab changa si for you. No level of investigation will touch you and you can do whatever the hell you want. In other words, it is called an oligarchy. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Mignard. Saw you on Ravish Kumar's channel. You're really going places. Thank you. Thank you, Sanaman. Thank you so much. Yeah, this has been a great year for me as well. I'll talk about it in the end. My year review will happen in the end, which is after we've done with the news review. BBC documentary was based on UK Foreign Office headed by Jack Straw, the man who made up Iraq WMD story. But you want to believe Jack Straw? Oh, fair enough, AB. I'm not saying whether I believe in it or not because I didn't watch it. Friend, AB13, if you told me this and I would have seen it, then I would have had an answer. I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. It is an anti-national piece of thing. So AB13, just by knowing all these details, I suspect you have seen it. You have indulged in some anti-national activity, I see. So what is this? Shame on you, AB13. Shame. सॉरी बोला ना, अब क्या बच्चे की जान लेगा. Hello, Shrishti. Hi. Wasn't this in the morning? Shrishti, so the thing is, I was supposed to do this in the morning, but there was a power cut for like hours in my area. So I had to do it now. It is happening now. Rahul Gandhi is only responsible for BJP win? Many people believe so, Harsh Kumar. Honestly, only hope for Raga is that opposition gets more seat and mayhaps he gets to be leader of opposition in Lok Sabha. I don't think he wants that sort of responsibility also, honestly speaking. Bharat Nyaya Yatra is going to start. Oh, part 2 of Bharat Jodo Yatra, right? It is not weird for this government to deal with protests which didn't care for farmers during COVID. Then what could be expected of what could the wrestlers expect? Yeah, halfway through the year, some shit went down with that protest also. Okay, should we move on to February? Let us move on to February. So January done. February. So, budget session happened in February. And, the famous speech of Rahul Gandhi, of him showing like pictures of Adani. That happened in February. So essentially, after the Hindenburg report, Rahul Gandhi came into Lok Sabha and he was like, "Hey, BJP, what are you doing? What is your government doing about this rich man getting rich things and getting richer? What is this?" And then he showed pictures, and then in a panicked way, the Sunset TV just moved its camera away. All the shenanigans happened. But yeah, so his speech was censored after that. So a lot of things were not, put on record of the parliament. So he gave the speech, sure, but a lot of things that he said essentially were taken off the parliament record. They created a bawal about that as well. But the budget session was when this happened. This was February. See, this is what he did. February is when he showed this legendary picture. And Sunset TV panicked and they're like, "Oh shit! Speaker ko dikhao." And since then, whenever Rahul Gandhi gives the speech, they're like, he's going to, is he going to pick up a picture? Is he going to pick, speaker ko dikhao. Show speaker. Again, show speaker. So they don't want him to do these shenanigans anymore. It kind of changed the behavior of Sunset TV a little bit, I would say. February was the year. Gautam Adani was ranked 609 on the list of richest persons globally in 2014, and then he reached number 2 spot in 2022. I wonder if any miracle occurred in his favor. See, simple question. Also, look how handsome he looks with this beard. Yeah, that didn't last. He shaved it off. Very sad. I was very sad. I was like, beard goals, Rahul Gandhi beard goals. Chairman of Sri Lanka Electricity Board informed Lankan Parliamentary Committee that former President Rajapaksa said he was pressured by PM Modi to give wind power project to Mr. Adani. So, lots of stuff. Yeah. People want to know about Modi-Adani relationship. Rules were overlooked to favor Adani across the entire country. It's just Adani, Adani, Adani. People used to ask me, what is this magic that whichever business Adani enters, he only meets success, never failure. Yeah. So, that was the budget session, friends. Budget session. Meanwhile, lots happened, friends, this year. The BBC documentary, which was aired in January, in February, of course, Income Tax Department concluded a survey at the BBC offices in Delhi and Mumbai. IT department was specifically looking into manipulation of prices of unauthorized benefits, including tax advantages. Had nothing to do with the BBC documentary. Of course, it had nothing to do. Income Tax Department survey at the BBC offices in Delhi and Mumbai concluded after 3 days. Agency had initiated the operation on Tuesday, following which the computers and financial records of BBC were examined for deliberate non-compliance with Indian laws, including transfer pricing rules and diversion of profits illegally. Manipulation of prices for unauthorized benefits, including tax advantages. That is what the allegation was. Again, I don't know what happened to this after this whole survey happened. I don't know where it went. I guess great intimidation tactics. The IT department's move came weeks after the release of controversial two-part documentary Modi Question pertaining to 2002 Gujarat riots. Friends, I didn't say this. This is the Hindu saying this. I think it was completely unconnected. Don't bother my Adarniya like this. BBC was being shady and doing what? Deliberate non-compliance with Indian laws, including transfer pricing rules and diversion of profits illegally. That is what was happening. Yes. Another thing happened in the Adani saga. Yeah, every month after that, there were news stories coming out, okay. Again, guys, I've done a long ass video of the Adani saga, which has all these stories. I've explained them in detail. You can go check out that video. I will also leave a link below later. Gautam Adani's brother behind undisclosed pledging of Adani shares to Russian bank for loans. So, in the first part, the Hindenburg part, in short, there was manipulation of stocks happening, and then the prices of Adani stock were going up, allegedly because they were pumping it through offshore companies, yada yada yada. All the things happened. Now, the other step that they did was they took those overvalued shares, took it to some Russian bank and took loans. And then a part of that loans was reinvested into the stock market again. I mean, and then, our friend Gautam Adani's brother, Vinod Shantilal Adani, was said to be doing all these fun shenanigans. And then later, basically, the Adani group gave a response saying that these are all third-party transactions, so we don't know where they are getting the money from. Okay, they matlab his brother and his companies. So, सब chill hai, above board hai. Adani sir has nothing to fear, clearly. Again, this story happened in February. Yeah, this horrifying incident of Junaid and Nasir also happened in February. Two men burned to death in Haryana's Bhiwani. Families accused Bajrang Dal members. Families of deceased said that people who abducted them were cow vigilantes from the Bajrang Dal. Nasir and Junaid, both residents of Ghatmika village of Pahadi Tehsil, were allegedly abducted on Wednesday and their bodies were found charred in Loharu. According to the police said they were alerted by a villager about a burnt car. Police rushed to the spot and found two charred bodies. Yeah. This sad thing also happened in February. Guess what? Manish Sisodia was arrested in February. Yes, Manish Sisodia was first called in for questioning and then he was put into CBI custody and then he never got out. So then, yeah, he's just there. Manish Sisodia was arrested under the liquor scam policy. What liquor policy scam? Excise policy scam? Yeah, whatever, different names. So, apparently, the allegations against Aam Aadmi Party and its many people is that they changed the excise policy and took bribes from private players to change the excise policy. But so far, they haven't really been able to produce any evidence in court against Manish Sisodia or anybody else in the excise policy thing. But he hasn't gotten bail yet. That is the situation. Yeah, I think that is done. We are done with February. No. He's a fool or failed to do his job. Sorry, I'm not up in politics, economics, but can't the government make education, healthcare open to everyone? Like build more KVs or army schools all across? You mean public funding of healthcare and education? Sure, I would want that also. And honestly, the government can do this, but yeah, they need to have some willingness. People like Delhi has done it. One thing that the Aam Aadmi Party has definitely done well here is the schooling system. It has genuinely improved. I have seen it. I've spoken to people who go there and genuinely it has improved. So it's not like it can't be done. It is all about the will of wanting to do it. If a government really wants to do it, they can. And I would want it also. Justice Arif Nariman has shown serious grievance to the SC for BBC raids and what should have been done in the checks and balances event. I honestly, Ranaditya, at this point, all I see is judges giving lectures outside. Uh, you know, whether it be Chandrachud or Nariman or whoever it is, they just give nice lectures, nice fun things that liberals get excited about. And, oh yeah, he's pointed out so many things. Oh my God, such injustice has happened. But in reality, in courts, all I see are pro government judgments. So all your words mean nothing to me, honestly. I mean, sure, I'll hear your lecture and feel good about it. I sure will. Some of the things you said, I mean, I already knew. I already felt like they were wrong, and you're just reiterating and giving background to why they were wrong, which is okay. Do that. All the retired justices and judges can do that. CJI can go outside and give lectures and do that also. But I'm sorry, doesn't help me, doesn't help anybody. mm. You were like, the court ka system, you know how it is right now, and what kind of judgments are being given. I mean, it you know uh, like people like Sisodia are in jail, people like Umar Khalid are still in jail, their bail hearing keeps getting postponed and postponed, the benches keep getting changed. So yeah, nice to hear all these things, but other than that, I don't see any value. Okay, AB 13 is still obsessing about BBC. Did you know that BBC forces everyone in the UK to pay license fee even if they don't watch BBC? BBC gets over 1 lakh people convicted every year for refusing to pay. Okay, I did not know this, AB. Can I please look it up? BBC, what is it called? Service fee. Yeah. Penalties? Convicted, you say? If you don't pay the license fee, you can be taken to court. In 2022, there were 40,000 convictions for TV license evasion. Very interesting. Those people were fined an average of what? 202 pound? What? You can be imprisoned for failing to pay. Oh, wow. Damn, dude. This is interesting. Decriminalizing TV license fee evasion will cut funding without helping the poorest. Question concerning its future funding. Oh, very interesting. I should look this up. Thank you so much, AB 13. That's a very interesting bit of information, I think. Justice RF Nariman has shown serious grievance to the SC for BBC raids. वो तो पढ़ लिया मैंने already. Sorry. He's the only one on point attacking this government but gets zero support from others. Who are we talking about? Manish Sisodia? In my honest opinion, Congress doing Bharat Jodo Yatra 2 from January 15 to March is best thing to counter Ram Mandir. Are they starting on? Have they announced it? I missed this. I was looking at all this today. Bharat Jodo Yatra 2. Bharat Jodo. Rahul Gandhi to undertake Bharat Nyaya Yatra from January. Okay. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will undertake Yatra, will cover a distance of 6,200 kilometers across 14 states. Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Bharat Nyaya Yatra, will suggested unanimously by the Congress Working Committee from east to west. Is doing a yatra with great experience. During this yatra, Rahul and other party workers will interact with youth. Will be mostly covered by bus along with short stretches of walking. Oh, okay. Bharat Nyaya Art Yatra will commence in Manipur and culminate in Mumbai. Oh, damn, nice. That's not bad. Nagaland, Assam, Meghalaya, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. Ooh, this will be fun. This will be fun. And you know, we will be tracking this on this channel. And we will be funs. I hope Bharat Nyaya Yatra is able to see opposition properly come together. So Bharat Jodo Yatra I mean, I know there are like a lot of views on this, but I feel like it was kind of successful. The first one, it did enthuse the cadre a little bit, got a giant amount of visuals for them. And even though mainstream media didn't cover it, I feel like it did work in favor of the Congress. At least it got their shit together. Like there were genuinely people who were like, yes, we will walk, and went from south to north all along with him. It was not a small deal, friends. It was quite a big deal. And also it kind of changed the impression of Rahul Gandhi PR wise. He's no longer seen as a lazy bum, because no lazy bum will walk from south to north like in like one go. So yeah, that helped him. It is part of the cost of living crisis. DD was also funded by license fee till 1990s, until such time it made brilliant programming. Langru. I'm not in favor of state-controlled media at all. Sure, it needs to be there, but yeah, I feel like it does veer towards propaganda most times. Modi takes shortcuts, which is why there is more chances of shooting himself in his foot in 2024. Imho, Congress doing... yeah, okay. So I think we will go to the chat again. But yeah, I think we should move on. We should move on in life. We should move on in life, friends. Yeah, let's start with March. It is March time. If you are just joining into the stream, say hi. Let me tell you what I'm doing today. So we are going through 2023. We have reached March. We have so far covered January and February and all the important events that I think happened in January and February, which we need to keep a watch on and which we need to remember. Hashtag never forget. So we are now at March. So if you're just joining in, welcome to this stream. Hello Nupur, Saif, Mohit. Hello Gokul. Hi Jay. And yes, a bunch of people joined in. How are you? Oh yes, I'm great, sir. Now we are moving on to March. Let me tell you what happened in March. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You do this giant Bharat Jodo Yatra with like a giant beard and all, like all mehnat karke, yay, we did this. Ends in January. In March, what do? You do this. You go to Cambridge and you give like flighty speeches there. I think this was a bad move. Just saying it outright. After doing this whole intense yatra, he should have just stuck to India, or maybe not like, let this be televised or whatever. This was stupid. This was not a good look on him. Rahul Gandhi, this was not a good look on him. But he said Indian democracy under attack, opposition leaders being spied on, Rahul Gandhi at Cambridge University. Congress hits back to BJP's charge of Rahul Gandhi maligning country on foreign soil. It just gave them a reason to attack him and say shit like this, that he's maligning country on foreign soil and whatever. But yeah. Bad call. Bad call. This was just genuinely a bad call. Should not do this. Sam Pitroda shared it. Yeah, that happened in March. Again, guys, I don't know about you. I think it's a bad call. Meanwhile, in other news, Rahul Gandhi was disqualified from Lok Sabha. on a defamation conviction. Yeah, random case from 2 years ago from Gujarat was revived. He was convicted under the defamation law, and he was kicked out of parliament. Because why not? Why not? February is when he gave the Adani speech. He went to Cambridge and gave anti-national speeches in foreign soil also, and then now this happened. Poor thing. March May. Rahul Gandhi's disqualification comes the day after he was sentenced to 2 years in jail in a defamation case, triggering the process for his disqualification as an MP. Yeah. Shashi Tharoor was like, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Within 24 hours of the court verdict, and while the appeal was known to be in process, this politics with gloves off, and it bodies ill for our democracy. He came back later to parliament, same year, but in March he was kicked out. Thursday, Gandhi was held guilty and sentenced to 2 years in jail by a Surat court in 2019 defamation case, 4-year-old case actually, over his remarks about the Modi surname. The conviction triggered the process of disqualification as a lawmaker. What is the ruling and how does disqualification operate? I'm not going to tell you. You can read this article yourself. But yeah, Rahul Gandhi was disqualified in March. Oh God. Oh, this also happened. Do you remember? Atiq Ahmed's convoy. This started in March, by the way. Ended with his assassination in next month. But this started in March and a bunch of TV news channels were following him around. Can we find that? Yeah, that also happened. But a bunch of TV news channels, if you remember, were following Atiq Ahmed around, and they literally were like, "Dekho, he bathroom gaya hai wo. See, zoom in. He's gone to bathroom. Zoom in." And they followed him throughout. Media circus happened. Recorded him peeing like 4 times, 5 times. Did all the things, and also when he started this whole journey, he also said program malum hai to the media, which means that he hinted at the fact that he might be bumped off, which is exactly what happened, and it happened on live TV very soon. Yeah, April mein hua tha. I was going to show it to you in April. But yeah, connected story. Yeah, he was shot dead. Should I show you the video? No, I won't show you the video. Footage from Saturday night shows Mafia Don turned politician Atiq Ahmed getting out of the back of a police jeep near hospital in Prayagraj. Heavy-set man is a former MP and convicted criminal. Yeah. As they start walking surrounded by a ring of police constables, local TV reporters besiege him. Among them are gunmen pretending to be journalists. Yeah. Second later, a gun is pulled close to his head. His white turban detaches from his head as he collapses on the ground. A moment later, his brother is also shot. And then the men surrendered. And then they said that, oh, we just did this to get famous, okay? We wanted to get famous, so therefore we did. Live TV murder. Hey, Krish, thank you so much for your support. I think you renewed it. Thank you so much for the renewal. Oh yeah, I was saving this for the last. Fun story, guys. If you haven't read this, please read this. Funnest story ever. Also happened in March. There is this dude called Kiran Patel. He's a con artist and he was posing as the Prime Minister's close aide. Conman from Gujarat named Kiran Patel deceived the Jammu and Kashmir officials by posing as a close aide of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He has been feigning VIP status the entire time, which allowed him to get Z plus protection. bulletproof SUV, and official lodging at 5-star hotel in Jammu and Kashmir. So fun. So fun. Patel had claimed that the government had given him the task of finding buyers for apple orchards in South Kashmir. Moreover, he had previously gone to popular tourist destinations, stating he was on government assignments. Yeah. Patel would talk of powerful politicians and influential bureaucrats. However, the conman was caught on March 2nd when he arrived at the airport. Security officials became suspicious and Patel's covert identity was exposed as no information of any VIP movement was available for that day. He's a PhD holder from Commonwealth University, MBA from IIM, MTech and BE from in LD Engineering. And he also claims to be thinker, strategist, and analyst and campaign manager, apparently. Patel has duped many people in Gujarat also by promising them government contracts and clearances. 3 cases are registered against him. Opposition parties are now pointing fingers at the administration and raising questions on the security wraps. A fun story, just throwing it in there. Very fun story. And that was March, friends. How in US candidate of parties selected by people in primary what? Oh, okay. INC has had a roller coaster of a year with far too many points of contention where they can lose the election because of those. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have. But that whole Cambridge thing was a bit much. I feel like they kind of lost the plot a little bit. No, I think it was important. The NRIs have big influence. NRI Sanghis are okay, the worst kind, and they need to be countered. Jai Jai, I get it. I understand where you're coming from because BJP also has like this overseas friends of BJP thing. It's an organization which, uh, of course, like brings all the NRIs together for pride purposes. I get that. Maybe the Congress also tried to do something like that, but bad look nonetheless, I would say, after Bharat Jodo Yatra, because could have been avoided, is all I'm saying. But then again, who am I to give advice to the Congress? I'm nobody. Shouldn't give advice to Congress. I just gave an opinion that I thought it was a bad look. Okay, not an advice. It is an opinion that I thought that it was a bad idea. These are like episodes of a dystopian TV series with every episode more horrible than the previous one, and December was the season finale. That's very true. Clush, as you will see as we go along and we complete the year, this is so true. I also got that feeling while I was collecting this material. Also, things kind of get a little unhinged also later in the year. So, where is your membership badge? You just got it back, Krish. I support the same party. Okay, my thing got disconnected. Okay. Arey, no, consultocracy isn't there on Urban Dictionary. It hasn't happened yet. We will check. We will check. Hello, I'm very late. What did I miss? Nailbox, we are going through events of the year 2023. Welcome, welcome. You just joined in. Antariksha has also joined in. Hello, welcome, friends. We are now going to the next month. We have completed January, February, and March. You can watch it later. Don't worry. After this stream is done, I will put time codes for each month. We are just going into April. So we are going through the main events of 2023. That is what is happening. There are con artists who are controlling our country also. Satoru, good observation. Good observation. We started the year with one of the allegedly the biggest con man in the history of corporate humanity, I guess. Okay, it's time for April. Da, 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 da. Yes, the Amritpal saga happened in April. Yeah, so like the Punjab police started chasing this Khalistani fellow called Amritpal Singh. Yeah, and then there was like this long goose chase that started behind him. Finally, he was arrested later also. He was basically challenging the establishment, and of course, he was constantly trying to say that, oh, Khalistan, etc. Um, he's a big fan of Bhindranwale. Bhindranwale is a declared terrorist now, who basically led an insurrection against the government. So he wanted to do something similar. So wild goose chase, like they were like he was posting videos after videos, and TV news had fun also. There was some violence that happened. Wasn't there something that happened? I forgot. After an unsuccessful chase Tuesday night and subsequent operation to nab Amritpal and his key associate Papal Preet Singh, the police focus has been on Hoshiarpur while carrying out search and combing operations. So yeah, that happened a while, and then he was arrested also. I think I don't know. Huh. He ran for a month and then he was arrested and sent to Assam in jail. So after Atiq Ahmed, I believe this was the next thing that was being chased by the media. So yeah, that also happened in April. Yeah, the next one is yes, big story, big story, big story came out. NCRT textbooks were purged. Yes, this was a report that it was a two-part report that was published by the Indian Express. Uh, Hindu extremist dislike for Gandhi, RSS ban after assassination. So when the Indian Express asked why changes percent, so wait, I'll show you. The assassination of Mahatma Gandhi was removed from history textbooks and a bunch of other things as well. Where is it? Class 12th. Yeah, class 12th. So, assassination of Mahatma Gandhi's portion was removed from class 12th. And other than that, a lot of, like little things here and there were edited out. New books have now hit the market and are available. Where is it? They have given some stuff, no? Huh. So these are the sentences that were removed. He was particularly disliked by those who wanted Hindus to take revenge or who wanted India to become a country for Hindus, just as Pakistan was for Muslims. Removed. His steadfast pursuit of Hindu Muslim unity provoked Hindu extremists so much that they made several attempts to assassinate Gandhiji. Removed. Gandhiji's death had an almost magical effect on the communal situation in the country. The government of India cracked down on organizations that were spreading communal hatred. Organizations like RSS were banned for some time. Removed. Wait, you gave mega support and then you retracted it? That was strange. Maybe. Thank you, I guess. These sentences have been taught in class 12 students for more than 15 years and now they have been deleted from the NCRT. There were more things that were removed. Third and last reference of Gujarat riots in NCRT textbooks has been dropped from class 11 sociology textbooks completely. NCRT has deleted a paragraph that talks about how class, religion, and ethnicities often lead to segregation of residential areas. Yeah. Deleted paragraph. Uh, Class 6 to 12th have all been purged of Gujarat riot references. In the first chapter, political science, NCRT has removed sentences on how Hindu extremists particularly dislike Mahatma Gandhi. We already saw that. In class 12th history textbooks, the council has dropped Brahmin reference to Godse and that he was the editor of an extremist Hindu newspaper. Yeah, so, yeah, fun things happening. This big thing happened. Satyapal Malik gave an interview, explosive interview to Karan Thapar, and said that Pulwama, the whole Pulwama incident where our soldiers lost their lives, that happened because the government was careless. They were supposed to give them CRPF air support and they didn't. They had to travel by truck. They should have done a sweep of the area. They didn't. There was a car full of TNT that was just going around the area for a while. They could have caught it. They didn't. There were some choke points that they could have covered. They didn't. So essentially what he said was that it was also the government's fault that they let it happen, essentially. And then he also insinuated that he was told to keep quiet about the whole thing. He had gone to a bunch of TV channels and said that, we should also take responsibility and we should also do security sweeps of why this incident happened. But then Adaniya Sir Shri Sir Supreme Leader allegedly told him कि आप चुप रहिए, don't say much. Adaniya Shri Sir Supreme Leader on that day was shooting in Corbett National Park with Bear Grylls. Man versus Wild. He was shooting on Pulwama Day. Pakistan Foreign Ministry also picked this up, so then it became a whole thing about how Satyapal Malik gave ammo to Pakistan to attack India. All those things. I told the Prime Minister after the attack that it happened due to our fault. Had we given aircraft, this wouldn't have happened, to which he told me that I should keep quiet now. Basically, that is what it was. And then I think after that, there is some shit that went down for him also, I guess. Oh yeah, no, this is the same thing. And then the Congress also, of course, you picked this up and attacked and asked the center, why were they not given aircrafts? And the center was like, nothing, no response. Don't raise such questions. Yeah, so there was an update on the wrestlers' protest. 7 women wrestlers, including a minor, had filed a complaint on charges of sexual harassment against Bhushan Singh in Delhi's Connaught Place police station. However, since Delhi police failed to register their complaint, top wrestlers resumed their protest on April 23rd. So they had gone back, but then they came back because the Delhi police refused to file an FIR. So then again, after January, they sat again in April to resume the protest. According to sources, report was already been submitted to the sports ministry. When the wrestlers resumed their protest on Sunday, they suspected that oversight committee had given clean chit to Brijbhushan Singh, sparking their return to the protest site. Oh yeah, another fun report that came in on that very year, that very month. Rupees 2,913 crore from government firms to Modi's PM cares. So, oh my god, this I remember. Government run funds firms accounted for almost 60% donations that listed entities made to private fund run by PM Modi as per business standard. The PMO had told the Delhi High Court that in January that PM course is not a public authority. Sorry. Oh. Yeah. So, this was kind of a crazy report, guys. So, PM Cares, if you remember, was this fund that was started during the COVID-19 pandemic where, you could donate, and then, of course, there were a bunch of companies that gave money. Turns out, 60% of it came from government companies, which means it was taxpayer money. And then the government also reiterated saying that this is actually a private fund. So it's a private fund. It is Modi ji's private fund. The report has identified 57 companies in which government had significant stake to make the calculations. PM Cares has been at the thick of controversy since it was set up in March 2020. March 2020 was when it was set up. PM Cares fund collected 3,076 in 2019, which rose to 10,000 crore, fell to 9,000 crore. Bulk of the amount seems to have come from corporate India's CSR budgets in the first year. PM Cares fund spent only 2,000 crore and was operational. This increased to 3,000 and then 3,000. So there is way more money in the PM Cares fund than it was actually spent. And 60% of it came from the government. So fun times. Okay, I think we are done with April. Yeah, friends, this is going to be a long stream, okay? Long stream. It's very scary that they're removing these historical events from textbooks. Now I'm getting anxiety. What are they going to add? I'm not sure if they need to add anything. They'll just remove it and distort it. Have they added anything? I haven't seen a report of what they have added. There is like a 2-part series in Indian Express you should check out. The one that I showed. They also made some changes in civics books also, as far as I remember. I had made some notes on that specifically, but anyway. Sir, another request. Can you make a video on the criminal law bills that have been passed this session? How is it different from previous ones? What are the good and bad about people? Sapiens, I will probably do this, but I kind of gave up on it a little bit because, again, it's very confusing. Honestly speaking, I read a bunch of standing committee reports, so I do have some pointers made. Let me do a short video at some point, or maybe I'll do another live stream and then sort of explain it. But yeah, heard you. I will do it. Currently, I'm working on Modi review. Modi review will be out soon again. It doesn't look good for India. God bless our country. I think this was in relation to the deletions in the textbook. Khalistan is too overrated. The ground reality is different in Punjab. There are not just pro and anti-Khalistanis. There are Akalis, comrades, Ambedkarites, Taksalis, pro-unions, and undecided folks. Yeah, agreed. So all the people that I've spoken to so far who are in Punjab, they're like, we don't care about Khalistan. And most people don't care about it. The government seems to have made it a big thing. Also, during the farmers' protest, you remember they used this whole bogey to attack farmers as well. They said that it's a Khalistani conspiracy, etc. Tried to do those things, but farmers were like, screw you. And they finally won also. I agree, it is limited, but I think they can still do welfare in opposition. I think you are talking to someone else. Please say allegedly. Yes, sorry. I should say allegedly all the time. It was very disappointing that J&K was under president's rule during the whole time and still no reports have been cited out by the NIA. About the Pulwama thing, yeah, what happened to it, by the way? Was there like a proper investigation done, etc.? I didn't follow it up. Chat, if you know what happened, please do let me know. Farmers protest, Agnipath protest, restless protest will certainly affect the Jat support in BJP in Punjab, rural Haryana, northern Rajasthan, western UP. Okay. This stream is like Lal Singh Chadda. You were telling the events, and I'm imagining where was I and how it was a shock to me. Yeah, that's true. As I tell you about the events, you start remembering things, no, about the things that you were doing, what was happening. This was the question. Do on non-NDA MPs and MLAs have enough funds to do welfareism and relief to provide limited competition to the Labharti system, or they necessarily need to be in power for this? Non-NDA MPs and MLAs have enough fund. No. Non-NDA MPs and MLAs cannot spend their fund on welfare schemes. They will have to spend it on development works in their constituency. It is a specific thing that you can spend it on, like making buildings, donating to the panchayats who are making infrastructure, etc., etc. So you can't just spend it on anything. And you can't just pool in resources and do it together. That also is not allowed. Also, your MPLAD fund can be used in, I believe, Gram Awas Yojana. No, a bunch of things actually. Yeah, you can use it, but it is mostly project based. Egypt, hi, love your content. Thank you so much, Egypt. Welcome. Do consider supporting this stream, friends. Also, do like this, do share this. Yeah. You never answer my question since I don't pay. I mean, of course, I gave priority to people who are members, sir. But do ask. I mean, it's not like I'm constantly trying to single you out or anything. Now I'm trying to find your question also. किधर है? नहीं है. Okay. Anyway, ask. I will try and answer your question next. Mark, no one, just kidding. Why you do this, sir? Okay. Yes, big month, friends. It is May 2023 now. May 2023. Okay. May is the month when the Manipur violence started. Yes, Manipur violence started in May this year. It continues. It is a civil war state. Like right now, it continues and it's just horrifying. In brief, why did this start? Goes back a long time. British were favorable towards the Meiteis, is what the Kuki-Zo community felt. So that is the background. Basically, Meiteis have had undue advantage given to them at all times, is what the cookies were saying. And Meiteis keep saying that cookies are responsible for drug trade, extremism, and a lot of other things. So both of these communities have been fighting with each other, ethnic communities, for a while now. So a bunch of things sparked this whole thing. One is the scheduled type status to the Metis. So the mm, I think the High Court basically said that ST status should be given to Metis. Then the cookies got upset, and that led to a lot of violence. There was a bunch of protests that started with students' unions, etc., and it kind of escalated from there, and it continues till date. Churachandpur, Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Tengnopur, and Kangpokpi are the places where the violence actually started, and this was in May 2023. In the last few days, convoys of trucks belonging to Army, the Assam Rifles, Rapid Action Force, and local police have moved into the state and entered several affected areas. As of now, from what I read, 60,000 families have been displaced and more than 1,000 people have died. So, yeah, it continues. And there was literally no response except this one tiny thing that the Prime Minister said till now. May was also the year when Karnataka election results happened. Congress wins big with biggest vote share in 34 years. Congress has won the Karnataka Assembly elections by biggest vote share and seats after 34 years. They have a vote share of 43%. This was kind of nutty. 44% almost vote share the Congress got in the Karnataka elections. Parties way past the 125 seats mark. Congress won in 1999. Congress won 132 seats, and they won more this time. DK Shivkumar was the one who was credited with this win, and now he's also like playing a big part in the India alliance, from what I understand. Yeah, so Shiv Sena's verdict came. So if you remember, in 2022, crazy shit went down in Maharashtra where the Shiv Sena split, Uddhav Thackeray resigned, and then, Shindeji formed like a new government. Shindeji. So, what happened was basically Shiv Sena split, Uddhav Thackeray lost power. There is now a Shiv Sena faction, which is Uddhav Thackeray faction. And then there is the Shinde faction, which is another faction. And now there is an NCP that has been added to it, which happened later in the year. And then the Supreme Court there was a case that was happening. Basically, the Supreme Court said that, yeah, so technically the floor test that was called by the governor was kind of illegal, which resulted in the Shinde government actually coming to power with this new alliance. But at the same time, the Thackeray shouldn't have kind of resigned from his seat, so can't do anything. Supreme Court can't do anything. Yeah, so it was illegal, kind of. The whole thing was illegal. The floor test was illegal. The governor's action was illegal. All things were illegal. But at the same time, can't do anything. Sorry. So this will continue. Yeah, basically that was the Supreme Court judgment in short. And there was like this. Do they have this here? Oh, no. I was going to show you how happy Shinde and Fadnavis were after this whole thing happened. They did like this very fun. Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis did this fun press conference after the verdict, claiming victory. Yay, we are victory. We will still keep the government. They literally were the Supreme Court literally called their actions illegal. But then, of course, they were like, haha, still in government, friends. And then they took over the NCP also, split it and took some parts of NCP, like gobbled it up as things happen. As of now in Maharashtra, I don't know if anyone of you are from Maharashtra, people are extremely pissed off. Like really pissed off with the BJP and this Shinde faction. So at least from whoever I've spoken to. Bombay, Pune, Nagpur, wherever you speak. Where is it? Okay. Oh, friends, I genuinely wanted to include this story in because I thought it was hilarious when it happened. So, Imran Khan used Hum Dekhenge in one of his video, or his party basically used Hum Dekhenge the song. And then Vivek Agnihotri filed a copyright infringement request on Imran Khan because he used the song from Kashmir Files. But actually, the song was written in 1980s by Faiz Ahmed Faiz in Pakistan. He's a Pakistani poet who wrote a song, Hum Dekhenge, in 1980s. Then, it was sung as a protest song for a while in Pakistan. Then it was sung also as a protest song in India. Protest song as far as protest song goes. Then this friend of ours, which is Vivek Agnihotri, picked up that song, put it in his shitty movie Kashmir Files. And then Imran Khan used that version of the song for his rally videos. And then Vivek Agnihotri was like, copyright infringement. What? Oh my god. I thought this was hilarious. Just threw it in. That was funny. Yeah. Aryan Khan's arrest came full circle in May. Yeah. In May, Aryan Khan's arrest came full circle. So basically, allegations then started coming out that this fellow, Samir Wankhede, had demanded 25 crore rupees in return for not taking action against this fellow, which is Aryan Khan. Other than that, there is this other fellow who was... Yeah. So, KP Gosavi is a name that came up. Yeah. Who pretended to be an NCB officer. He met Shah Rukh Khan and Shah Rukh Khan's manager Pooja Dadlani to take money from her. And also he went in where Aryan Khan was held and he took a selfie with him. Yes, the bald guy who took a selfie with him. Yeah, that was KP Gosavi. He was pretending to be an NCB officer all along. But he was actually working with Samir Wankhede to demand money and extort Shah Rukh Khan. What fun. Very fun conclusion. Very fun conclusion to this whole Aryan Khan saga. It has been further alleged that an information was received in Mumbai zone of NCB related to possession of It is alleged that IRS officer Wankhede and others had allegedly demanded 25 crore bribe for not framing Aryan Khan in the alleged drug bust. So when the information came in of the drugs being consumed on whatever cruise ship, whatever, these people went to Shah Rukh Khan's fellows and they were like, 25 crore please, Otherwise, we go and arrest your child. Ah, well. Fun. Fun things happen in Indian politics and just whatever. And if you remember how the TV media covered this whole thing, Afim chi, Ganjedi, da da da. They were completely like tarnishing all of Bollywood, saying they're drug addicts and whatever, whatever. And all this while, this moron was extorting them. So yeah, did you see any news about that? Did they endlessly cover this part? No, they didn't. So I thought it was important to sort of include this. Happened in May. Of course, new parliament building was inaugurated by Shri Sir Adarniya Supreme Leader Shri Sir Shri Adarniya Shri. Um, Sir has inaugurated new parliament, and he put in a sengol inside during this time. And new parliament, as I said, is going to be like a reason for delimitation. So they said that the old parliament is very small. Sir said that the old parliament is very small, so we need a bigger parliament, which is true. And then like delimitation might happen in 2026, and we will have 888 MPs, so we need space. But now that they have built a new parliament, again, December, we'll come to what happened in new parliament later. Look at this. All these friendly, non-religious folks walking into the parliament and just doing their thing. Sengol time. Prime Minister Narendra Modi carries the Sengol in procession before installing it in Lok Sabha chamber. Dressed in traditional attire. Yeah. It's been a long year, friends. It's been a long year. Oh, yeah. This also happened. So, there has been a war happening between Delhi, the government, and Lieutenant Governor, who now pretends to be the government. There was a fight happening about how much power they have. And the Supreme Court was hearing the case, and they said that the LG does not have sweeping executive powers over the national capital. They said Delhi is unique, follows an asymmetric federal model of governance, center should remain within its boundaries. That's what the Constitution bench said. Constitution bench headed by Chandrachud, one of the few instances where our Honorable Chief Justice of India kind of gave like a pro-people verdict. This was the verdict. But then, you know what happened after this? The government brought in a law and reversed the whole thing. So now the LG is the supreme leader of Delhi anyway. He can transfer officers. The Delhi government can do jack about it. Was given legislative power through with limited in the sense. कहाँ गया? In the spirit of cooperative federalism, the Union of India must exercise its power within boundaries created by the Constitution. NCTD must be allowed to function in the domain of chartered for it by the Constitution. Union and NCTD share a unique federal relationship. It does not mean that the NCTD is subsumed in the unit of the Union merely because it is not a state. Yeah. So the Supreme Court gave a verdict in favor of the Delhi government, and then soon after, our friendly government, central government, brought in a law, first passed an ordinance, then passed it through parliament and said that actually we do not agree and we will reverse this. And that is exactly what happened. Like immediately it happened after this, by the way. Okay, that was May, friends. That was me. That was me. Just a second. Just clearing out some stuff. We just reached May. The Parliament Sengol event was a tight slap to those freedom fighters who sat through the whole Constituent Assembly debate to write our nation's future. Again, as far as symbolism goes, our mind, it's okay. Like, you want to like turn this Sengol thing into like a symbol. Yeah, it's fine. As far as symbols go, it's fine. What I was not in agreement with is the way they sort of inaugurated and did the whole Havan nonsense and the whole pujaris coming in and going into the Lok Sabha and doing the thing. That kind of gives like a religious tinge to the parliament, which I did not appreciate. The Sengol itself is fine, but the the other religious symbolism around it is what I had a problem with. Because I mean, I do think that the parliament should be kept as a secular institution by bringing in like Havan and Pujaris and whatever. You're not keeping it that way, and I don't really agree with that. But then, who will say, yeah, who will say I'm just a nobody, and we are all nobodies? D.Y. Chandrachud, God bless him. No, no. He's done a few good things during his tenure. One of them was this, but even that got reversed. But in any case, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about him now. Kind of on the fence about him. Big fan, been following you since News Laundry time. Thank you so much, MK Verma. Much appreciated. How likely are we to turn into a dictatorship or a fascist regime in the next term? Iceman, right now I can't say much because I do believe that we are currently in kind of an authoritarian state. I mean, it's better if we accept it. Yeah. And when I say authoritarian, it doesn't mean that they have like complete control over everything yet. I don't think that will happen because of, incompetent bureaucracy. Because all said and done, Indians are kind of lazy. We are kind of undisciplined in general. Yeah. We don't really get along in a lot of things. And to have like an authoritarian regime, you need a lot of discipline, which our bureaucracy, I'm sorry to say, might not really have. So, yeah, you know, if an authoritarian proper dictatorship has to happen, I feel like the army would have to step in. But fortunately, we are not there yet. So, bureaucratic incompetence will save us all. I keep maintaining this. You keep saying this, and it is true. No, please, let's keep the pro-democracy stance. Don't we? What? All just nobody. We the people are everybody that the government need to listen to. JJ. No, I get the hopeful message you are trying to give, JJ. I completely understand. But at the same time, uh, we are a nobody, honestly. Like in the larger scheme of things, it's very tricky. It's very difficult to kind of stop any of this. You just have to watch it and be entertained sometimes, and not really take it very seriously because it will affect your mental health and nobody else's. Sengol is BJP's way to try and enter into Tamil Nadu. यार ये which is what Ravi said. I heard that. But थोड़ा ज़्यादा tangent नहीं हो गया क्या? Like, isn't it like too far of a thing? Like, you install a Sengol in the new parliament and that's how you get political entry into Tamil Nadu. Eh, eh. Want to know your opinion on Maratha reservation? I'm of the opinion that affirmative action should be given to historically marginalized communities, SC/ST women. Yeah, I agree, Lasya. So here's the thing: if you want to sort of really figure out how effective reservation has been, there needs to be a census done. A caste census needs to happen. Even the most pro reservation people will ask for it and should ask for it, because that is the only way to find out how much effective the current policy is, who has been left out, and socially and economically how many underprivileged and historically marginalized communities have benefited from reservation policies, and if they haven't, then why not? Then shouldn't we just implement it more effectively? So in the case of Maratha reservation or other demands that are happening, then if you have a caste census done, then we kind of have an answer anyway, right? We know how the Marathas are doing, we know how everybody else is doing, and compared to Marathas, how are the Dalits doing, how are other tribals doing, you know so if we have that data, we will be able to make a more effective reservation policy. So yeah, I do agree with you. Just that only historically marginalized communities, when you say, how can you tell who is a historically marginalized community and what is their status currently, socially and economically? You know what I mean? Were you there for the Roenka Awards hosted by NL and Deshbhakt? No, I wasn't there. I don't work there anymore. I quit like a year and a half ago, sir. Cinnamon. Reservation is not a poverty alleviation scheme. Yes. There shouldn't be a creamy, non creamy layer, and the fact that it is existing in itself is injustice. No, this I don't agree with. Also, reservation is a social justice scheme. That I agree with. It is not a poverty alleviation scheme. If you meant that the creamy, non creamy layer shouldn't exist, then I agree. If you say reservation shouldn't exist, I don't agree. I mean, it should exist. It is a social justice thing. But okay, let's move on to June. Halfway through, halfway through. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember this horrific accident happening in Odisha? Three trains collided together. Three trains collided. Howrah Superfast, Coromandel, and goods train. Yeah, this is what happened. So Howrah Superfast going towards West Bengal. This was Coromandel Express going towards Chennai. Loop line, and there was a stationary goods train here. Coromandel Express by mistake entered loop line. Because of technical glitch and signaling system, it collided, and then it also collided into the train that was passing by, which caused a massive disaster. This happened in June. Yeah, some visuals of the train collapse, the train crash that happened. Extremely horrifying. 238 people died. Man. यहाँ पे भी Ashwini Vaishnav was not held accountable for this. Nobody was held accountable for this. As far as I know, I think some station master was punished. But, again, the reason why, guys, I'm doing this stream is also for this. I don't want to forget this. I don't want you to forget this. This is very important. Events like these are basically important, and these need to be sort of recorded and vocalized and kept in memory, in public memory. And I feel like that is what I'm doing right now. I hope that makes sense to you as well. Then another report came out about the incident. Railway official had flagged flaws in the system, warned of catastrophic accident. Oh god damn it, Times of India. Balasore-like tragedy was averted in February due to an alert locomotive pilot on Bangalore-New Delhi Sampark Kranti Express. Principal Chief Operations Manager had warned Indian Railways against the alleged bypassing of electronic interlocking system, which is exactly what happened in the Odisha train incident, and there was a tragic accident. It may lead to catastrophic accidents. In this report, after February 8th incident, Hasdurga station incident indicates that there are serious flaws in the system and contravenes the essence of basic principles of interlocking. Electronic signal maintainer attempted to rectify the signal error after bypassing rules and procedures. So, yeah, so there were warnings that were given, but in February, where an accident was avoided because of a locomotive driver, and in June, this tragic incident happens. Who was held accountable? Well, weren't you supposed to be live last night? No, I was supposed to be live today morning. That got postponed to now. Another important story. So, there is a town in Uttarakhand called Purola. There's a town in Uttarakhand called Purola where there was a video that went around which said that basically there were incidents of love jihad happening, and therefore the Hindus of the town essentially just took it upon themselves to drive all the Muslims out of the town in Uttarakhand, and they gave them like 10-15 days to basically empty their shops and houses and leave. The Mahapanchayat did this, and I felt like this is a very important story, so I just included this. Please do look at it. It is in the Reporters Collective. Very detailed story they have done on this with notices and everything. Threats of persecution and announcement of massive gathering by a mysterious group, further incited by leaders of BJP, have already done the damage. Several Muslim families have fled the town by the time Reporters Collective reached Purola. Yeah. Horrifying things happening everywhere. And it keeps getting darker and darker over the year. We are still in June. Haha! Yes, this is what I wanted to show you. Modi ji gave a press conference. Well, kind of, or he was forced to give a press conference, which happened when he was visiting the United States of America. And I think the Biden administration kind of forced him to answer at least one or two questions. So, Modi ji was asked a question, and I wanted to keep this in memory. अरे किधर गया रे?
What steps are you and your government willing to take to improve the rights of Muslims and other minorities in your country and to uphold free speech?
Removes the earpiece.
मुझे आश्चर्य हो रहा है कि आप कह रहे हैं कि लोग कहते हैं नहीं, भारत डेमोक्रेसी है। और जैसा राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन ने कहा, भारत और अमेरिका दोनों के डीएनए में लोकतंत्र है। लोकतंत्र हमारा स्पिरिट है, लोकतंत्र हमारी रगों में है, लोकतंत्र को हम जीते हैं और हमारे पूर्वजों ने उसको शब्दों में ढाला है संविधान के रूप में, और हमारी सरकार लोकतंत्र के मूलभूत मूल्यों को आधार लेकर के बने हुए संविधान के आधार पर चलती है। और हमारा संविधान और हमारी सरकार और हमने सिद्ध किया है डेमोक्रेसी कैन डिलीवर। और जब मैं डिलीवर कहता हूं तब कास्ट, क्रीड, रिलीजन, जेंडर, किसी भी भेदभाव को वहां जगह नहीं होती है। और जब हम लोकतंत्र की बात करते हैं तब
टू एक्सिट,
अगर ह्यूमन वैल्यू नहीं है, ह्यूमैनिटी नहीं है, ह्यूमन राइट्स नहीं है, फिर तो डेमोक्रेसी है ही नहीं। और इसलिए जब आप डेमोक्रेसी कहते हैं, जब डेमोक्रेसी को स्वीकार करते हैं और जब हम डेमोक्रेसी को लेकर के जीते हैं, तब डिस्क्रिमिनेशन का कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है। और इसलिए भारत सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास, उन मूलभूत सिद्धांतों को लेकर के, और इसलिए हम चलते हैं। भारत में सरकार के जो बेनिफिट्स है वो एक्सेस टू ऑल है, जो भी उसके हकदार है उन सबको मिलते हैं। इसलिए भारत के लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों में कोई भेदभाव नहीं है, न धर्म के आधार पर, न जाति के आधार पर, न उम्र के आधार पर, न भूभाग के आधार पर।
Yes, correct. Correct. Modi ji is correct. We have democracy, so there is no discrimination. That is his response. We have democracy, so there is no discrimination. Okay? Did you understand? The question was intolerance and free. Let's listen to the question again. Sorry, in case you missed it.
Steps are you and your government willing to take to improve the rights of Muslims and other minorities in your country and to uphold free speech?
Muslims and other minorities and uphold free speech. And then he's like, मुझे आश्चर्य है,
मुझे आश्चर्य हो रहा है कि आप कह रहे हैं कि लोग
आप
कहते
कह
हैं,
रहे हैं कि लोग कहते हैं।
नहीं भारत।
Who said? Wait, the question was not that. The question was, what are you doing to uphold rights of minorities and freedom of speech? And he's like, democracy hai. No discrimination, democracy hai. Listen, I remember doing something. I think I had translated this because he was saying this in Hindi, right? Let me see if I can find it. No, I'll try and find it and I'll try to show it to you later. But I had translated the whole thing, or I found the translation from somewhere, and it sounds hilarious because it's so disjointed when you actually listen to it in English. I was like, amazing. We live in a democracy and our ancestors have actually put words to this concept, and that is that is in the form of our constitution. Good discussion about democratic values. Both countries cherish freedom and celebrate democratic values and human rights. Man. It's so difficult, no? It's so difficult to get him to answer these questions also. I mean, I don't think it's even possible anymore. I keep maintaining this, and I still maintain this, that Modi and his cabinet are not used to answering questions anymore. They just feel like they don't need to, so they have lost practice. So if you ask them a question and they have to actually answer it, you will get gibberish. Their basically ability to answer questions, I think, is gone. All they can do is deflect. They can respond to you with, like whataboutery. That is a very regular thing to do. So if you ask them a question, they will basically also like talk about Congress from 70 years ago, or something that happened in a rival state, or some opposition ruled state, or whatever. They will not really answer your questions. If at all you do ask a question, which you don't get a chance to do anymore. This was a big incident which I thought we should also note down. Yeah, so that was June, friends. That was June. Baba Yaga, how can I join Discord? You will have to become a member, sir. You will have to become a member. Yes, democracy is in the DNA of India, but it has been mutated through the IT cell radiations. That's very true. Also, it's so easy to go to like to a USA and just answer this nonsense, give this nonsense response. No, I was also thinking about that. It's kind of sad that we don't have any press conferences and these people are just not accountable anymore. Answer the damn question, Narendra. You're making a fool of yourself. Cut to 150 MPs suspended and passing bills without opposition. Precisely. Precisely. It sounds so funny now, no? Like that response. His first step to free speech was no press conference and Man Ki Baat, freely speak, no disturbance. that's a very valid point. I really want to know, did he just mug this answer for whatever the question would be? You know, Vijay, I was also thinking that if they did agree to, like take one question, they should have anticipated this. It is such a no-brainer. It is such a no-brainer that you have not given a press conference or answered a question in 10 years. And the one thing that people keep asking you is rights of minorities, freedom of speech. What are you doing to protect rights of minorities and freedom of speech? Like all throughout his tenure, first question that anybody will ask him in an interview, a legit interview. They should be prepared. At least they should have like 2-3 questions prepared. Ki haan sir, if you are getting one question, it might be either A, B or C. More likely it will be A, B, A or B, whatever, right? That's how I would have prepared him. But as I said, they have lost the practice of actually taking questions. So I genuinely believe they have lost the ability to answer or even think about questions anymore. And this was a big example of it. They're just out of practice, man. Especially Narendra Modi, he's just out of practice. He just hasn't done it for years now. What journalist? Who are these people? What are they asking me questions for? I mean, the people have voted for me. That is all the answers that anybody needs, apparently. This is bullshit. But yeah, you know how that rhetoric works. His and his party's favorite word and strategy is deny and divert. Correct. Wasn't the journalist who asked the question abused on Twitter? Actually, inapability, thank you for adding that. So after this question was asked to Shri Sir, Supreme Leader Shri Narendra Modi ji, the journalist who asked this question was relentlessly abused by the BJP IT cell and Bhakt crowd for basically asking a question. Yeah. Again, as I said, so Modi ji is not used to taking questions and Bhakts are not used to seeing him being questioned. Because in their heads, in their stupid, tiny 2-brain cell head, Modi ji ko question kaun put sakta? Why? Why are you asking questions to our Supreme Leader? Please don't do this. He is beyond question. See, whole country is voting for him. So then now he doesn't need to answer any questions apparently. That is Bhakt logic right now. 2-brain cell, Bhakt logic. Okay, friends? So Modi ji doesn't take questions, out of practice. Bhakts don't see him taking questions, also out of practice. So this whole ecosystem is out of practice in general. They don't understand the concept of accountability. They don't understand why someone needs to be questioned who is in power. They want to suck up to authority all the freaking time. And our Godi media is like the epitome, the mirror of this crowd, which is like, they're sucking up so hard to the authority that Bhakts are like, yeah, this seems normal. Perfectly normal. So then when a lady journalist, and I think she was a Muslim also, in the US asked questions to a supreme leader, they're like, how dare? How dare? Who is she? Why is she? Why question? Where question? How dare? And she gets attacked. It was horrifying. It ruined our reputation like crazy. And again, thugs don't care about that shit. They've been told that we are Vishwaguru. So we must be Vishwaguru then. Because they don't question it. They get like things, sentences from the other side, which is like the authority, the BJP, the government. And they're like, yeah, of course, it's true. They cannot lie. And then you question them, and like, hey, what question? No. Believe, faith. अरे मैंने कहा हिपोक्रेसी भी सीमा होती है. थैंक यू फॉर द सुपर चैट रमेश वट्स अ गुड यूज ऑफ 40 रुपीज. Okay, friends, we are halfway done. We are half an year done. So I'm just going to take a quick break and I will be back to sort of discuss July. Give me like 2 minutes. I will be back. Just need to go to break. Just taking a break. We are 2 hours in. We are just in July. Wait, before I go, I want to show you. ये देखो, this is July, yeah. This is August. It keeps getting bigger. This is September, October, November, and finally December. So there's a lot to go through. Go take a break. Mental health break. Live mental health break. Correct, Rosa. I will just switch to nice music now. Just coming back, okay? Let me play some nice song. Hello. Back. I hope you enjoyed that live mental health break. How many months are done till now? We are done with 6 months. Yes. Please share the tune of this soothing tune. It's called Rhodesia by Twin Musicom. Okay, it is actually a part of the YouTube library. I can feel my coffee getting over also, but okay, it's okay. Okay, let's begin with June. No, July. Sorry, July. Let's open the pitara of July. Yeah. Okay, there are a few things, important things that happened. First is the India alliance happened. Opposition alliance named India. 11-member coordination committee to decide on important issues. This was in July, okay? And since July, they have done jack, if I may say so. They have done a boycott beach mein, which caused some buzz. Okay, so two things that India Alliance has done so far, which I feel have kind of worked, but then it also did not work. One is naming itself India Alliance. फटी पड़ी थी सबकी. Basically, Arnab and people refused to call it the India Alliance. They called it the Indi. I.N.D.I. whatever alliance. Indi Alliance, जो भी है, right? Then people started calling BJP the BJ party. Appropriate. And then it became like this whole thing. They were not able to react properly. Then they just tried to float this balloon of calling India Bharat instead of India, and that also kind of fizzled out also a little bit. It's a little bizarre. In G20 they had a whole pamphlet where they mentioned Bharat everywhere instead of India, and then there was like this note which said that this is the traditional name of India, so we are going to use it. And also Constituent Assembly debate said that both of these are names, which is true, but yeah, I mean, India is not bad either. And the second thing that they did later was the opposition boycott. Sorry, not opposition boycott. So the opposition boycotting Godi media. So they boycotted like 19 anchors or something. But now I see them going there anyway. Or their supporters going there anyway. So that kind of didn't really work well. So those two things India Alliance has done so far. Other than that, honestly, haven't seen them doing much. Sadly. Seat sharing, we don't know. Whether they will declare a prime minister face, we don't know. They just keep meeting and doing coordination committee things. Don't know what happened there. There was a state election, the recent state election, which they lost massively. Telangana, Congress won, but 3 states went to BJP. That was bad. So yeah, it kind of, I don't know. I'm still waiting to see what this India Alliance really does. So yeah. But yeah, so this report came from Manipur this year. This month, July. Wanted to show you that.
Let's go off here. You heard those gunshots go off? They're still going off. And people living in these villages, in the border areas of the Imphal Valley and the hills in Manipur, have been leading very difficult lives in the past few months. Every night, they have to stay awake and defend their villages. You heard gunshots go off even now, and that has been the routine for villagers here in the last 2 months or so. As these gunshots go off, villagers are on alert. Every night is a night of alert because gunshots go off every night. There's no respite from the firing in these areas. Ladies taking shelter outside their homes, prepared.
ये जो गोली चल रहा है,
हाँ हाँ,
ये हर रात ऐसे ही चलते हैं?
हर रात बस 3 तारीख से अभी तक यही सिचुएशन है अभी तक। अभी कोई कभी ज़्यादा भी आ जाता है। 2 दिन से पहले तो सारे बम इसी गांव में कम से कम 50 बम तक गिरा था। 50 गम में, हाँ 50 लगभग 50 है, इतना काउंट में गिनती तो किया ही नहीं है। बम का आवाज़ हमको पता ही नहीं चल रहा, सारे गांव इसी तरह हम लोग गुजरना पड़ता है।
हम भी डरते हैं तो क्या करें,
तो डरते हैं इसलिए ऐसे
बहुत
रहते हैं।
डरते हैं। खत्म करने के लिए सरकार को कुछ तो करना चाहिए ना, तो जल्दी कीजिए। हम लोग बहुत डरते हैं ऐसे। देखिए ना आप लोगों को भी, हम लोग क्या करें, छोटा छोटा बच्चा भी है तो क्या करें, हम ऐसे रहते हैं रात को। दिन में तो थोड़ा, तो रात को तो देखिए ना आप लोगों भी ऐसे रहते हैं। तो बुरे भी है तो हम लोगों भी है, तो ऐसे 2 गोली की आवाज़ है तो बम भी है, तो हम लोग क्या करें, जाए तो कहाँ जाए।
Freaking horrifying is what this is. Freaking horrifying. Imagine sleeping like this every night with guns going off and bombs being, just bombed everywhere. Oh my God, when I saw this, I was just like stunned. This is what a civil war looks like. This is what a state looks like that has no government. And Manipur, according to me, right now has no government. And it is a horrifying situation, and it continues, by the way. It continues to happen. I feel like that is one state that has been irreparably damaged for the coming, I don't know how many years. It's freakishly horrifying. And in response, Modi ji said this. Look at the amount of time he spent on Manipur.
आज जब मैं आपके बीच आया हूं, इस लोकतंत्र के मंदिर के पास खड़ा हूं, तब मेरा हृदय पीड़ा से भरा हुआ है, क्रोध से भरा हुआ है। मणिपुर की जो घटना सामने आई है, किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए ये शर्मसार करने वाली घटना है। पाप करने वाले, गुनाह करने वाले कितने हैं, कौन है, वो अपनी जगह पे है, लेकिन बेइज्जती पूरे देश की हो रही है। 140 करोड़ देशवासियों को शर्मसार होना पड़ रहा है।
Basically, his whole thing is that हाँ जो भी हो रहा है, बेशर्मी का इंसिडेंट हो रहा है, and when he's saying बेशर्मी का इंसिडेंट, he's of course referring to that horrifying video of a woman being paraded naked in Manipur came up, and his whole thing is, country को शर्मसार होना पड़ रहा है. India is being insulted. It is an insult of 140 crore people. So please stop, I guess. I don't know. Double engine sarkar. I don't know. That was his whole response. That's it. That's basically it. That is the time that Manipur got. Horrifying month, July, horrifying month. Just cannot reiterate how bad it was. And that whole India alliance thing also happened in the same month. Phone used to record the video of 2 months being paraded naked and molested by a mob in Manipur has been seized by officials probing the case. This is a video from May, which was basically which surfaced 2 months later in July. So a May video which surfaced in July, and then the Prime Minister gave a response. So yeah, otherwise he might not have spoken about Manipur at all. At all. Meanwhile, our Sir Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji also in July inaugurated the Bharat Mandapam.
वीरे हैं और प्रधानमंत्री इस कन्वेंशन सेंटर को, एग्जीबिशन सेंटर को राष्ट्र को समर्पित करने जा रहे हैं.
26 July. Flying a drone. Bye bye drone. Yay! Fun. Mandapam. Yay! Clap. Look at Piyush Goyal being all like proud and shit. So proud. Drone. And then someone pointed out that there is a dude standing here who seems to be flying another drone. And then, yeah. Drone flying was happening also in July. Yeah, that's like someone pointed this out, that this might be the real drone operator. But then someone pointed out, boss, who was taking the picture of that drone? Another drone. So Modi ji was flying the real drone and this guy was flying the camera drone, apparently. But okay, drone flying was happening in July. Well done. And of course, another story that I thought I should just throw in is convicted Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh Ji Insan was given a parole, 30-day parole for his birthday. Congratulations to everyone. He has exhausted his annual quota, but then he was getting a parole again and again every 2-3 months also. So, yeah. So, just a news I thought I should throw in. Yeah. His birthday is on August 15th apparently, so he got a 30-day parole because why not? Rahim has already availed 40-day regular parole in January, the first part of the cumulative 10-week period allowed under the Haryana Good Conduct of Prisoners temporary release. I mean, come on. Come on, guys, come on. Yes, the drone was in July. Yes, the drone was in July. I like Shekhar. He's like, the drone was in July? Yes, it was in July. Bharat Mandapam was inaugurated in July because G20 was held in that Bharat Mandapam, which also flooded, right? Remember? Yeah. अरे इसको हटाओ यार स्क्रीन से. Sir, Prime Minister, you're talking about a Prime Minister like this. How dare you? If Namo had a synonym, it would be been pathetic. What? Don't understand. The boycott was stupid. The news channels got proxy opposition, and for them it was business as usual. They should have focused on training people to get better at getting messages across. Yeah, the boycott was good. I was hopeful for a while where the boycott was done, where the media channels were like, nahi jayenge. Because they were just going as punching bags anyway, so what's the point? But that doesn't matter, clearly, because a lot of other people started going now. Who cares? It's the end of the year and a sad and heartbreaking news to hear about women wrestlers who sadly resigned, who could have won many gold medals for the country. Just sports going downhill, so sad. Yes, Soumya, we'll get there. That happened in December. We are in July. Now we are going to August. Who is making it political now? Who talks about Marich Jhapi now? Nowadays, no one. Let's stop this blame game, retrospective analysis, and make the government take steps right now. Shrijan, so the thing is, I thought this stream, again, as I keep saying this, if you're just joining in, this is basically an attempt to essentially just document all the important events that happened in 2023, according to me, which we should not forget. And that's what we are doing. We're doing it slowly, we're doing it patiently, but I think these are some events which should be kept in public memory. That's basically it. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next month. So we are done with July. August. Oh, August. So I'll start with sad news first. Yeah. Guys, Boldse passed away. You know Boldse, famous meme dog. RIP, rest in peace. Boldse passed away. Made me very, very sad. So I thought, yeah. And of course, this was the month when this was the month when our Godi media basically found these two, which is Seema and Sachin. Yeah. And oh God, Seema and Sachin. So apparently Seema was a PUBG player who went from Pakistan and she was from Pakistan, she came to India and started doing like Indian things. So the news channels were obsessed. And you know how long they covered this? 3 months. 3 months. This coverage happened for 3 months. I'm just going to play like a portion of it. Just for posterity's sake, because
मिथिलेश जी, मरा हुआ चूहा अगर हवा आएगी तो उड़ जाएगा, इस तरह के शब्दों का आपने इस्तेमाल किया और एक बार नहीं कई बार। वही वो कह रही हैं कि सिर्फ लप्पू और झिंगुर कहकर आप चुप हो जाती हैं तो इतना मामला बड़ा नहीं होता।
मैं कह रही हूँ क्लियर,
बोलिए।
नोटिस भेज, मैं अपने आप देख लूंगी और देख लेंगे हमारे वकील। तू भेज नोटिस, ठीक है? हम में दिमाग ना है इतना कि मुंह पे घुमा फिरा के तो बात तुम्हारी तरह करनी ना मैं पढ़ी लिखी इतनी। हाँ, ताली बजा और मैं भी बजा रही हूँ बेटा, शाबाश। तू नोटिस भेज।
मतलब आप कह रही हैं माफी नहीं मांग,
गलत द्वेष फैलाएगा समाज में।
हाँ,
कोई भी सीमा भाटी, गीता भाटी की तरफ गुंडई करेगा।
Of course, there is like some panelist. There are some panelists doing this shit also. What the fuck?
तो करनी सेना इनके साथ खड़ी है।
किसने की गुंडई?
जिस तरह से गुंडागर्दी हो रही है, गुंडे लगाए गए, पीछे रास्ते रोकते हैं।
बंदे कौन थे? इनके घर आके इनके गीता भाटी के पति को धमकियां दी जा रही, वो बंदा कौन था? मुझे बता दीजिए एक बार आप। मतलब रबुपुरा में, पूरे रबुपुरा में सचिन का इतना प्रभाव है, आप कह रहे हैं कि धमकियां दिलवा रहा है सचिन। 2 जातियों को लड़ाने का काम किया जा रहा है। मैं कह रहा हूं वहां पर हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई सब बिल्कुल बहुत
दिखा रहे हैं।
ठीक है सचिन, अब मुझे लगता है आप जब बताइए। एक मिनट। हाँ,
तो बात ये गलत बोल रही है मैडम, आप ये सबूत के साथ जो बोलेंगी हम उस बात, हाँ हमारे परिवार में कोई बदतमीजी करता है।
Basically, but fights between two aunties was live streamed. Like this is like, I don't even know what is happening here, but this is.
मैं तो घर से बाहर भी नहीं निकलता, मुझे नहीं पता बाहर क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है।
तो ये बताइए सचिन, जब मिथिलेश जी ने आपके खिलाफ इन शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया था, ये लप्पू झिंगुर, उसके बाद आपने ये सारा मैटर जो है चाचा से डिस्कस किया था क्या? आपने, आप लोगों के बीच कुछ बात हुई थी?
Mannavan is saying this is so pointless. Why is this on the news, Lamau? Again, this is not news anymore, friends. This is not news. TV news is dead. This is one clip which I feel like is like a proof, is like every time someone says that they watch TV news, please share this. Please. This is, I will, like you can see where it is. You can just see, I mean, you'll just find the link. But holy shit. TV news is dead, friends. And this is proof of it. I did not follow this, but I thought this was an important event that happened in the history of our country, which definitely needs to be documented. ये क्या लप्पू जैसा झिंगुर and whatever bullshit that happened. Worth noting. Another thing that happened, another clip that I wanted to show you was this, where Smriti Irani ma'am kind of insulted Sudhir Chaudhary ji. Also, Vinay, thank you so much for the super chat. Seema Haider for PM. Why not?
जब टमाटर 250-300 रुपए हुआ तो आपके घर में भी बात होती थी टमाटर के बारे में कि थोड़े दिन कम कर दिया जाए?
आप शायद ट्रिविलाइज करना चाहें और इसको थोड़ा
नहीं, मैं ट्रिविलाइज नहीं कर रहा, बट
इसलिए कह रही हूँ ये ट्रिविलाइजेशन हो
इसी को व्हाट अबाउटरी कहते हैं कि मैं आपसे पूछूं फिर आप कहेंगे कि अच्छा पहले ऐसा होता
नहीं है। मैं भी पूछ सकती हूँ सुधीर जी क्या हुआ जब आप जेल में थे? द इशू इज इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट पॉलिसी इश्यूज, आप यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्राइस स्टेबलाइजेशन
अब मैं भी आपको यही कह सकता हूँ।
मैं वही कह रही हूँ सुधीर जी। तो अगर हम चाहते हैं कि मुक्त चर्चा हो और मर्यादा के बीच में चर्चा हो, तो मेरे घर में क्या चल रहा है दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल फॉर नेशनल कंजम्पशन। दैट इज माई प्राइवेट स्पेस। लेकिन क्योंकि
आप एक मंत्री हैं और एक मंत्री
हाँ बिल्कुल
250-300 रुपए टमाटर को लेकर कितना सेंसिटिव है।
मैं वही कह रही हूँ, सेंसिटिव इश्यूज
और
पे
क्या वो दर्शकों को ये बताना चाहता है कि मैं भी वही जीवन जीती हूँ जो आप जी।
Oh man. So no, just wanted to show you the face. Where is she?
The issue is if you are talking about policy issues, price stabilization
अब मैं भी आपको यही कह सकता हूँ।
मैं वही कह रही हूँ सुधीर जी। तो अगर हम हुआ जब आप जेल में थे, the issue is
where is that face? Oh, look at Sudhir being like, oh yeah. So Lasya is saying, wait, Sudhir is doing actual journalism. So, but Lasya, you do have to understand the way he asked that question, right? जब आपके घर में टमाटर प्याज जब बनता है तो मे बी प्राइसेस की बात तो मे बी होती होगी ना 200-300. The way he's asking is like, what are you doing about, what is your government doing about, you know, price stabilization, महंगाई बढ़ रही है, whatever, what are you doing? No. He can't ask such direct questions because obviously Smriti Irani will get upset, the government will get upset. So sneakily he's trying to ask this weird question, and of course Smriti Irani is like, oh, this is a personal matter. What I talk about in my home is not... See what I mean? These people have lost the ability to ask questions to the government. And that is why they have to come up with these random ass roundabout ways to actually ask real questions. And this was an example of it. I mean, yeah. And of course, Smriti Irani was like, I can also say you were in jail. How did it feel? Why? What? Why? Oh. Yes, in July, August. Another interesting thing was happening while we were celebrating Independence Day here. Haryana had like a bunch of men running around with guns because they can. And it was led by this dude called Monu, who incited violence in Haryana. Yeah. He basically incited riots in Nu, and he didn't get arrested for a while. He was just like chilling around. This was related to the Nasir and Junaid Khan case. Yeah, basically the group that essentially arrested and did the deed were connected with Monu Manesar as well. And Monu Manesar just decided to go on a rampage. Basically. In Nu, Haryana's only Muslim majority, Manesar heads the local cow protection unit, a far-right group of Vishwa Hindu Parishad, which in turn is affiliated with RSS. 2 days before the procession of Facebook, on July 31st, VHP and Bajrang Dal decided to take out religious procession through Nu, with many participants carrying swords, tridents, sticks and firearms and allegedly raising anti-Muslim slogans. 2 days before the procession, a Facebook video went viral showing Manesar exhorting Hindus to congregate in large numbers for the procession in Nu, saying he will also be there. And which obviously led to massive communal tension. And violence spread to neighboring Gurugram district, where a mosque was attacked and Imam was beaten and stabbed to death. In response to the violence, more than 1,000 properties, mostly belonging to Muslims, were bulldozed by the Haryana government in Nu. Because, of course, like a classic response, forcing an Indian court to ask if this was an exercise of ethnic cleansing. This happened in Haryana in August this year. Do not forget this. Several village councils in the region and leading farmers group demanded Manesar's immediate arrest to restore communal harmony less than 100 kilometers from the national capital. But he remains at large as anger over police inaction continues to simmer. Ravish Kumar did a very fun video. You can check that out called Monugram. Very fun. You can check that out as well. But yeah. Meanwhile, in Manipur, more breakdown of law and order. So, the Manipur government filed an FIR against the Indian Army, Assam Rifles, because why not, I guess. Manipur police has filed an FIR against personnel of 9th Battalion of Assam Rifles. Anti-national? I guess, or not, maybe, for allegedly obstructing a public servant carrying out their duty and disobeying the law. FIR pertains to the aftermath of violence in Kwatka, Bishnupur, where 3 Meitei residents were killed on August 6th. 2 Kuki men were killed in retaliatory fire next day. The FIR which was seen alleges that the Assam Rifles personnel blocked a road to Kwatka, not allowing the local police to make their way there. This arrogant act, the police FIR states, allowed Kuki militants to escape after their attack before the police could get on the spot. This also happened. Yes, do not forget. A BJP uncle, NRI BJP uncle, who is called Kuldeep Singh Shekhawat, went on BBC and casually said this.
Is Prime Minister Modi and his government missing in action when it comes to this violence?
Are you speaking about Manipur?
Yes.
Frankly speaking, Manipur is an old case, and Manipur violence is not from yesterday.
It's from May.
Yeah, there's been issues happening, and honestly speaking, law and order is this issue of state, not of center. Prime Minister Modi is not directly responsible for a law and order situation. I'll put it this way. If there's something happens in, say, Scotland, is it Rishi, our Prime Minister here, responsible for that? No.
But it's the BJP who run Manipur. So you'd like to think that Prime Minister Modi would have some influence.
So there is a state government in place. There is a security element involved. And the government is there to take action. And action was initiated. But yes, sectarian violence was initiated much earlier. I'm talking about 1970s and 80s. Whole of Northeast was in trouble. It has been now sorted out in a way.
Really?
Yes.
What, hundreds being killed and tens of thousands displaced? That doesn't sound very sorted out.
This happened recently only because there was some elements who started violence in the name of sectarianism. But I'll be honest with you, the government is active. Prime Minister Modi himself has said he doesn't like what has happened.
Yeah, of course, he doesn't like what has happened, but he will do jack about
36 seconds on the subject.
So yeah, worth noting, overseas friends of BJP fellow Kuldeep Singh Shekhawat just compared Manipur to Scotland, which is a different country, just casually, because why not, right? Why not? This is the kind of representation we need on international television anyway, I guess. Yeah. Meanwhile, Manipur MP came out and said that he was advised not to speak in Lok Sabha. Yes. Lorho Foze is the BJP's only ally in Lok Sabha from Manipur. Other constituency of the state is represented by BJP's R.K. Ranjan. Yeah. Told the Hindu on Saturday that he wished to speak on Manipur in the House during the debate on no confidence motion moved by opposition, but was advised informally by his friends in the alliance, particularly the BJP, not to speak on the issue. So, only representative from Manipur was told not to speak because ally. Because, yeah, I mean, yes, that's... Manipur MP, under whose constituency are areas that have been burnt that have seen the brunt of the violence in the ongoing ethnic conflict, said that he had wanted to convey to his constituents and to the people of India that this violence should have been stopped and that the government is serious about bringing back normalcy and peace, which is a perfectly legit thing to say, but he was told not to. And of course, historic landing also happened. Chandrayaan 3. India makes historic landing near the moon's south pole. Big deal, big props. And of course, it was captured
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन
like
पे देख
this.
सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding.
ये हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही गर्व की बात है. हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चंदा मामा दूर के, लेकिन अब हम ये कह सकते.
Basically, it was captured with Shri Sir Narendra Modi doing a reaction video. Yeah. The megalomania is strong in this one, okay, friends? Just saying. It is quite strong in this one. I mean, can't not do this. No, like the moment of landing, you need to have this face on the side because important, I guess. Reaction video. How is the Prime Minister reacting? Yay! I don't even know if there is like a video which does not have this anymore. Maybe the ISRO does. Hopefully they'll release it sometime about the whole moon landing as it happened without the drama surrounding it. Let's see. I don't know. They haven't really decided to release it yet, I guess. But big props to ISRO for doing this. Happened in August. Well done, ISRO. Yeah, that was the Karan Sangwan and Vivek Debro also happened this month, but I'm not going to go into that much. Why was the leader given a small flag? No idea. Hey Ayush, thank you so much for the super chat, friend. Hi, how are you? Tin Rev Gaming. Hi, how are you? How might India's diverse cultural tapestry influence the evolution of its democratic processes and governance structures? Tin Rev. So I keep saying this. We are a very young country. We are like 75 years old, which is very young in the lifespan of a democracy. There are many other democracies which are a lot more older than us. Plus, our constitution has been kind of stitched together based on previous experiments with democracy across the world. And of course, we added our own flavor to it, which is diversity. It is yet to be seen how this will kind of evolve in the long term. But I do believe that because of our diversity and because we are so culturally just spread out, we will have a unique form of democracy, which is not like any other country, just by the nature of it. Not like we'll do it like intentionally. It'll just happen. Because if you look at it this way, the constitution is kind of the reflection of the people who are governed by the constitution, or it's supposed to be. It's like a mirror to society, and it is evolving. There are like 148 amendments that have been made to the constitution in the 75 years, and a lot more that will be made even now. Just remember, no political party lasts forever. No political leader lasts forever. There are ups and downs. There are pendulum swings all the time. There are points where people will experiment with authoritarianism. People will experiment with coalition government. People will experiment with a lot of things just by voting. Again, not maybe consciously, but as a collective. So we are yet to see many things that will happen as far as democracy is concerned. Plus, with AI coming in, with technological developments, with social media, all the things that are happening, you never know where we are going. But yeah, I do have hope. Hey Megnard, any future plans for this YouTube channel? I mean, any more video essays and stuff you planned for YouTube? Shekhar, I am already working on Modi Review Part 4. It is going to be a long one, doing some massive research for it. So it is taking me a while. But yes, I am planning to shoot it, first, I think first or second, and then I will edit it, and it should be out by next weekend. So that is the one that I'm planning right now. And of course, these live streams will happen. The reason why I wanted to do this long live stream is because I'm seeing some statistics on my YouTube that a lot of people are now watching my live streams later. A lot of them. So it is like a video, I guess. They are watching it. So I thought I should just do this and do like a recording of this year and its events. Can you share the full list with us, please, Utkarsh? Yeah, sure. I will put it in a document and I will share it in the description. If you want to look at it. Friends, if you're just joining in, there were some people who just joined in, I think. Say hello. We are just going through the events of 2023. We have reached August. There are 4 months left. So we have gone through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We just finished with August. Yep. And I will put this list later. And I will also put time codes later. So if you want to come back later and watch this whole thing, please do. Do long live streams more often, please. I'm trying, Rajat, genuinely. And I think this is going to be the longest I've done so far. So that is another thing why I wanted to do this live stream. I wanted to see if I can do like longer than 2.5 hours. We've already crossed that. I think it will go a while more. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, friends. September time. September time. It's September time. What plans for 31st? Nothing, sir. Just 2 other friends are coming. Guys, should I tell you a fun thing? Sorry. Before we go to September, let me tell you a fun thing that you can do on the 31st. Start playing Daler Mehendi's Tunak Tunak at 11:59:33. Okay? If you do that, the first Tunak will happen in the new year. That is my tradition that me and my friends follow. We start playing Daler Mehendi's Tunak Tunak on 11:59:33. And the first Tunak happens in the new year. So you don't have to do the countdown thing. When Daler Mehendi goes, Tunak, 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 that's New Year's. Yes. So please, friends, do that. I think this tradition deserves to be spread more. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. And just put in a video. If you want, send a video on the Discord. Let's make a compilation of it. Okay. Now on to September. Okay, so unprecedented for special session happened in September. Yeah. It was planned for 5 days and happened for 4 days as usual. Even that they couldn't complete. They did not tell you why they were calling the special session. They genuinely didn't. They said later that they will pass these bills during the session. But basically they just wanted to inaugurate the new parliament, September, May. Right after Modi ji's birthday, like 1 or 2 days around the same time. CEC bill, advocates bill, repealing post office and present period. But none of that happened. What instead happened is Adarniya Shri Sir Narendra Modi ji spoke for 4 hours. Yeah. First he spoke at the inauguration in the old parliament. Then he spoke before going to the new parliament building. Then he went to the new parliament building and spoke again. Then the 4th time was when he spoke during the women's reservation bill. They passed one bill which said that 33% of the candidates that will stand for elections from particular seats would be women. Just that they also said that it will happen after delimitation. So 2026 ke baad, maybe sometime 2029 is when it will be implemented. But of course, they took credit for it. They filled the halls with women and did like some fun things like Sunset TV switching to them whenever someone is clapping. All those things are recorded on this very channel. I will recommend you watch the entire Sansad special session saga that we did. We did long live streams, recorded it, and I have put videos out for it. We extensively covered this session, including watching Modi ji going from the old parliament to the new parliament and the drama that happened. So, yeah, please do that. Special session. Meanwhile, this is the point where AI was going crazy, and why shouldn't our news channels be behind?
भवन मिलने पर आप सभी दर्शकों को मेरी तरफ से भी बहुत बहुत बधाई। अरे आप कौन हैं? मैं हूं अंजना ओम कश्यप। मैं हूं अंजना ओम कश्यप, आज तक की अंजना ओम कश्यप। चलिए आपको बता देते हैं, कंफ्यूज मत होइए। आप स्टूडियो में जिस अंजना को देख रहे हैं वो मेरी ही एआई अवतार है, बिल्कुल मेरी जैसी। आपने आज सना को इससे पहले देखा है और अब बारी है ओरिजिनल एंकर के एआई वर्जन की, जो आपके सामने है। ऐसा एक्सपेरिमेंट टीवी न्यूज इंडस्ट्री में पहली बार हुआ है। आप चाहें तो मेरे नए वर्जन को अंजना 2.
Oh my God. Guys, did you know this? Did you know this? Anjana Om Kashyap is basically introducing her own free replacement. What is happening? She just announced her own replacement and I was very amused. I was like, yeah, man. Like, I mean, of course, get yourself replaced. Why not? I mean, what difference will there be, right? Like ChatGPT and Anjana Om Kashyap, just that Anjana Om Kashyap saying ChatGPT things. No difference. It's fine. At least ChatGPT might be able to do a little bit of journalism. Maybe. As I said, Anjana and her types have kind of lost the ability to do it or question the government. So, logical step. And on the other end, Z News, because Sudhir Chaudhary left and went to Aaj hired this fellow who used to play Krishna. He became their anchor and he said, I talk like a god in real. Saurabh Raj Jain. I thought this was, and he started talking about Canada. Yes, during the same time. Canada happened, where Justin Trudeau basically told the parliament that India was responsible for an assassination in the country and Indian government was involved in it, and that kind of blew up. And then we were like, hey, Canada, how dare you? How dare you? We will teach you lesson. We will teach you lesson. A month later, the US said the same things, and the Five Eyes, which is like an intelligence network of 5 developed countries, they also said, yeah, kind of, we gave the information to them. And then we are like, oh, okay, fine, we will investigate, okay? Now there is like this whole evidence that has come out that there was an assassination attempt on US soil also, and there was an operative from India who hired someone who turned out to be an officer. Bizarre. But yeah, this was happening, and Krishna was narrating it on Z News. Because why not? Why not? September is also Happy Birthday Modi Ji month, and this wonderful video we got.
आपका जन्मदिन है और उसी के उस पे मैं आपके लिए विश संस्कृत में जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे शन्तनातु ते सर्वदा मुदं प्रार्थयामहे भवसतायुषी ईश्वरा सदा त्वं च रक्षतु जन्मदिनमिदं
Well done, ma'am. Well done with your Sanskrit birthday wishes. Well done. Tithi se karna chahiye tha, right? Like she should have done it on the Tithi day, not like Christian calendar birthday. But anyway, amazing. As Good Moron said, I was just about. Chatukarita, amazing, through the roof, all the way to the moon, where Chandrayaan has landed. All the way. Jawan released, by the way. Jawan was a big box office hit. I just wanted to include this headline. Shah Rukh Khan's 2023 releases. Dunki, Pathaan, Jawan made 2,500 crore and counting. I don't know, big Shah Rukh Khan fan here. So I love this. I just love it. I love it. Especially after that whole shitty Aryan Khan thing. I feel like this was Shah Rukh Khan's year. What do you think, friends? Shah Rukh Khan ka saal tha ye. Forget Modi ji and all. This was Shah Rukh's year. Wonderful. I'm going to watch Dunki also. I loved Jawan. I loved Pathaan. Pathaan was extremely cringe. Loved it anyway. Jawan was also kind of cringe. Loved it anyway. Dunki, I don't know how it is. Maybe I'll watch that also. But yeah, just a fun thing to include. 2,500 crore goes to Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan. Well done, Shah Rukh Khan. Big fan. And that's September. We are done with September. Namo looks annoyed while she's singing. Does he? Sorry? Janmadinamidam karasake janmadinamidam. Does he look annoyed? He looks awkward. Janmadinamidam. It's okay. And like, look at this auntie in the background. She looks very amused. And there is like another auntie coming from Piche who is also like, yeah, Janmadinamidam, it seems. Dunki nahi hai, it's donkey. Pronounced donkey. Donkey. Okay, I guess. I haven't seen the movie. But anyway. Hey Eknath, I remember in an old interview, SRK said he wanted to be an action hero. So seeing him release 2 movies where he is an action hero soothes my SRK fanboy heart. Yeah. I loved it. I loved both of those movies actually. Very amusing, very entertaining. Imagine when it evolves and spits facts live. AI Anjana will evolve like a Pokemon and like spit facts. Any plan to make Discord public but with a separate locked section for members where you can continue how to use the server already and letting us non-members interact? Shekhar, I want to keep it like members exclusive right now. I just don't want like a lot of people on the Discord, honestly. I've had some bad experiences with open Discord servers earlier. I don't want to repeat that. I feel like it's a nice space where now a lot of serious people, very kind people who are there, and that paywalling thing is working well because, I mean, I guess they are also invested people. So just that way. And of course, you can gift memberships, Shekhar, or someone else will. And whenever they do, you can become a part of that and you can get access to the Discord server also. Which newspapers you read daily? Could you recommend some YouTube channels related to intellectual podcasts in India and abroad? Intellectual podcasts in India and abroad. Okay, recommendations in the end. When I miss the live stream, listen to this later while driving, sometimes instead of my usual audiobooks. See, that's the thing. Longer live streams, I think most people are listening to it or watching it while they were doing something on the side or doing something random. That's a great way to paywall it while keeping it sane. Yeah, exactly. So guys, sorry, but Discord is going to be like for members only. So if you want, and again, the cheapest membership is not much. You can get access to it anyway. Every 3 months, I'll do a purge. So if you're not active on the Discord channel, you'll be removed after 3 months. So, but in any case, you can just get access to it. You can stay there. You can interact with me there, etc. Okay, let's move on to the next month. Janmadinamidam month is done. So now we are getting to more recent territory, and October. This, I think, was a big thing that happened in October, which is the Supreme Court hearing of electoral bond. Arey, ye itna sara khula hai, sorry. I'm just closing everything. Yes, we went through a lot of stories, as you can see, friends. Lots. Anyway, So, the center basically said in the Supreme Court during the electoral bonds hearing that the citizens have no right to know the source of funds. If you don't know, we covered this extensively as well on our channel. We have done some live stream. We watched the Supreme Court live and I gave you an idea of what happened in the Supreme Court, what was said. Right now, the hearing is deferred. Just to give it to you in short, basically electoral bonds is an anonymous funding thing. The government the political parties can take money for themselves anonymously through SBI banking channels. There is a whole network there. So a case was filed saying that this goes against the very basic tenets of democracy and the right of citizens to know who is giving funds to the parties. And center told the Supreme Court they don't have a right. That's what happened. So we have done extensive coverage of this. Please do go and check it out on my channel. Electoral Bond Series, it's called. There's a whole playlist there. It's full of live streams. It's full of videos, origin story, where it all started, going back all the way to 2012, foreign funding, long story. But yeah. Cash for query scandal started in the month of October. So Mahua Moitra allegedly took money from Darshan Hiranandani, who is a real estate developer, and asked questions in Parliament. And it was spun into a thing which was that she was doing it because she wanted to defame our Shri Sir Supreme Leader Adarniya Narendra Modi. She wanted to hurt her biggest, Hiranandani's biggest rival, which is Adani ji, business sir. And third was personal popularity. That was the allegation. But the way it happened was extremely hilarious. Hilarious, matlab it was like full of drama. Mahua Moitra and ex-premi Jayanand Dehadrai, a lawyer, they had a fight. They had adopted a dog called Henry, a Rottweiler, and there was a custody battle. Jayanand Dehadrai was like, I will take revenge! And then he took like some random evidence that he put together, took it to her rival, which is Nishikant Dubey, an MP from BJP. Nishikant Dubey went nuts, and that is when this whole thing started. We have done 2 videos on this, friends. We have done 2 videos on this. Again, super dramatic story of the year. Please do enjoy. Also have covered this extensively. Can you please share your system configuration? Okay, end me. Lots of things to do in the end, I know. But yeah, Mahua Moitra started in October. Smriti Irani gave fun statement in October where she said that she is also hungry. So if you know, if you've seen this, we have become 111 out of 125 countries on the global hunger index ranking, which is bad. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are doing better than us. So, Smriti Irani basically said their whole methodology was flawed. She said, I think they are indices which do not project the India story and deliberately. For instance, Global Hunger Index that makes headlines now. Many people have said it is all hogwash. Do they build indices? 3,000 people in a country of 140 crore get a phone call from Gallup and they are asked, are you hungry? And Smriti Irani can be heard saying in the video circulating, that was the video. Now trust me, I have left my house at Delhi in the morning at 4 today. I caught a flight at 5 to go to Kochi. I did a conclave there. Caught a flight at 5 to come to this program. By the time I get to anything called food, it will be 10 o'clock. If you have called me at any time in the day today and asked, are you hungry? I'll say, oh yes, I am. That was the Women and Child Development Minister responding to Global Hunger Index, like our ranking dropping. Does not address malnutrition, does not address wasting, which are all a part of that, by the way. All a part of the hunger index. That is all taken into consideration. Just casually comparing it like, oh, I didn't eat today. If you call me and ask me, are you hungry? Of course, I'll say I'm hungry. Oh my good Lord. But yeah, that also happened in October. Supreme Court, as I was saying, giving great judgments, said that marriage equality is not a thing. So, Supreme Court has refused to legalize marriage equality. 2 of the 5 judges said that couples must be given legal rights. 2 of the 5 judges. So, proposition that queer couples could adopt children was also struck down 3:2. Basically, their whole logic is that actually the parliament should be the one to make the law, not the Supreme Court. We will not do anything. Kind of, I get that in theory, but the Supreme Court could have done something about this, but they didn't. Now it's up to the parliament to do it, so we will have to wait for, I don't know, 50 years. For all these boomer types to die out, the uncle types to die out, who are like, we only have 2 genders, male and female, khatam. What else do we need? That generation needs to basically get old, irrelevant, and go away. Then we will have a parliament maybe one day which will actually look at this progressive thing and pass a law, because the Supreme Court cannot do jack right now. So yeah, sometimes I think the Supreme Court has evolved too fast. The Supreme Court in a very real sense has evolved too fast. Even the district courts and high courts are kind of reflecting who we are as people. But yeah. Even the parliament. Okay, two big stories on the Adani saga that happened. Not going to go through it too much, but this is one which is again in the Reporters Collective. Power industry lobbies coal ministry unlocks dense forest for mining. The other one that happened is this one, which is coal reform overturned after failed auctions. Center hands out coal blocks at discretion. So these two stories, in short, what happened is there are some mines in dense forest areas which there are some deposits, there are some resource deposits in dense forest areas which are illegal to mine, but the environment ministry kind of did it anyway and put it up for auction, even when we don't technically need that much coal. Plus, we are also importing coal, which is also something that Adani ji is doing. They are. So that is one. And the second is that they allowed single auction bidders to basically take over the coal mine. So if you're an only company that is applying for an auction, you casually get a coal mine. So there are not just Adani, but a bunch of others who have just casually gotten these coal mines for themselves. After a small rule change was made, so resources being taken by corporates as usual. Adani ji is one of them, but allegedly, everything is alleged, allegedly. Vedanta, etc. is also there, allegedly. Both these stories I have covered extensively in separate videos. Check out the Adani saga playlist. I have to do one more video on that, which a story has come up on Pegasus, which is very interesting. Thought I should do an update on that, but later. Oh yeah, Israel-Palestine started happening, and we got this glorious clip from, again, some TV media antics.
एक बार फिर से डर का माहौल पैदा हो रहा है और सभी को डरते हुए आपको नजर आएगा कि किसी भी वक्त कहीं पे रॉकेट फट सकता है। इस वक्त आप देख सकते हैं कि सभी लेटे हुए दीवारों के पीछे इस समय छुपे हुए, इस समय हालत बहुत ही नाजुक बताई जाती है। आप देख सकते हैं जो भी कोई शख्स है, चाहे सुरक्षा कर्मी है या चाहे कोई इजराइल की फोर्सेस का है या बॉम्ब डिस्पोजल स्क्वाड का, आप देख सकते हैं सभी इस समय जमीन पे लेटे हुए हैं। कि थोड़ी देर पहले यहाँ पे रॉकेट फटा था 5 मिनट पहले, और एक बार फिर से सायरन की आवाज सुनाई दे रही है। इसका मतलब कि लगातार हमास यहाँ पे टारगेट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है। देखिए इस समय हालत, यहाँ सिचुएशन कितनी गंभीर बनी हुई है। लगातार कोशिश देखिए इस समय किस तरीके से कर रहे हैं। आप देखिए हल्के हल्के उठने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये यहाँ पे रूटीन बन गया है।
Dumbass. So soldier literally told him to shut up, but he still didn't shut up, by the way, because our TV media does not understand these things. They don't care. There is an operation going on, like whatever, but देखिए operation हो रहा है, देखिए बमबारी होने वाली है. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to have this sense of random urgency? Look at the other journalists quietly like crouching and like, good Lord. This big story also happened in October, friends. Apple sent notifications to some opposition leaders and journalists about a state-sponsored attack on their phone. That story continues till December. There was a recent report that happened, an update to this, which I will come to. Basically, Apple sent like a casual notification to people like Akhilesh Yadav, Mahua Moitra, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Sitaram Yechuri, Siddharth Varadarajan, Shashi Tharoor, saying that their phones might have been targeted by state-sponsored attackers. And everybody created a bawal out of it. And the government is like, what? What? Maybe they did it by mistake. What is this? We don't know. We will investigate. Yada, yada, yada. Nothing has come of it. But yeah. Apple. Friendly Apple. They also kind of backtracked and basically said something to they confused people after that, basically, because the government put some pressure on them. Yes, that was October, friends. That was October. Very, 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 very October. As I said, things keep getting crazier and crazier as we go along. What are your views on the silence hypocrisy of online celebrities like Tanmay Bhatt? Earlier, he used to speak against the government, but now he just cares about money. Soda Candy, you have probably answered your own question there. He cares about money. That's the simple answer. Honestly speaking, I have personally experienced this now, which is the only way someone like me can survive is through the goodness of people. People's donations, people's support, whatever, right? Because in my previous company, I have experienced times when my face was seen and they were like, yeah, isko koi sponsor nahi karne wala. This guy, he talks too much against the government. Why will we sponsor his shows? I won't name who, but there were multiple people who said that, and it was kind of heartbreaking in a way because it's sad, right? Where you are working in this place and people are like constantly telling you that you're not sponsorable, you're not going to get money for the company and whatever. And yeah, I realized that there is no place for people like me anymore. Especially when it comes to money making things, right? So Tanmay Bhatt will get like a lot of sponsors. Rohan will get a lot of sponsors because they've stopped talking about politics, right? It is also a very self-preservation tactic. They have gone through a lot. In the sense that they have also done shitty things by their own. Remember Me Too. And also on them also the government has acted kind of harshly in a bunch of cases. They have gone through a bunch. Their mental health must be shit. So they just don't want to do it anymore. And I understand in a very self-preservation-y way. That's the simple answer. Money. People who speak against the government get no sponsors. People who speak against the government will find it difficult to get jobs also now. And I'm one of them, honestly. So, yeah, it's kind of sad, but that's where we are, friends. That's where we are. And that's why this YouTube attempt. Because I feel like there is still hope. I'm a hopeful person. I'm an optimistic person. I do believe genuinely there are people out there who would want to support someone like me, who would find value in the content that I do and would appreciate it. So that's it. I still believe in that. Again, I'm not saying that I will earn as much money as like an influencer or someone like a Tanmay Bhatt or even like comedians, etc., who are not talking against the establishment. But I feel like I can get enough to get by, pay rent, live okay in Delhi, or like I will move to a cheaper location if it comes to that. But yeah, that's my thinking there. I hope I answered your question. Sorry, I got a little personal. Can you... I will share my system configuration later. Biggest clash, Vimo and Pranav together at the same time while Meghnad is... I'm in a dilemma now what to do. What? Biggest clash, Vimo and Pranav together? I don't understand. Oh, yeah, they were doing a stream, I realized. Yeah, they were on a stream separately. Pegasus basically PM Cares Fund, yeah. Previous company, IVM. Sponsor thing was about IVM. Yeah, my time in IVM. Why are there no notifications on Discord for this stream? I should have basically notified you. Anyway. Can you please do an explainer short form video on Amit Shah and Ajay Bisht, like covering their political timeline, murder charge on Amit Shah, the accusation against Rohit? Aranya, that's actually not a bad idea. I have done I'm focusing more on Modi and institutions right now, but that's not a bad idea. Not right now, I guess. थोड़ा सा extreme हो जाएगा, but that's a good idea. Zakir Khan, Bassi, Bhatt should be ashamed of themselves? Not really. It's okay, Kumar. Like, I mean, not everybody's cup of tea to essentially go anti-establishment. And they tried, honestly, in the beginning. They faced the brunt of it, and now they have shut up. They just don't want that mental health problem. Plus, they are Bombay people, South Bombay people, mostly. So, South Bombay people, I must say, again, complete respect to whoever is South Bombay here on this stream, but I'm sorry, that's a very completely different environment. Too much privilege, too much apoliticalness everywhere. Bandra, chilling people. Like, it's just that sort of environment where they don't want to challenge authority. It's just like they can survive without doing it, so might as well, right? South Delhi, all said and done, is a bit more, at least, anti-authoritarian, thoda sa anti-establishment. South Delhi, but it is also like on same lines, right? Gurgaon is also on same lines, all in like wonderful buildings, wonderful fancy societies, paisa phek tamasha dekh sort of situation where you throw money at any problem and it goes away. And that is South Bombay for you, that is Gurgaon for you, that is also South Delhi for you in a lot of ways. Nobody wants to challenge the establishment. Okay, now moving on to November. Okay, the last 2 months I will go through a little quicker because recent memory. So I will quickly go through them bit by bit. First is, of course, our favorite broadcast bill was put out for public consultation. Video on my channel, video on Ravish's channel also. Fun. Explaining the whole thing, what is broadcast bill and how it is going to shut down creators like me and Ravish and Dhruv and other people. Basically, small creators like me will be declared as broadcasters and shut down. And the officers can come into our house, take our equipment and not give it back. Fun times coming. That happened. We had Cricket World Cup victory, friends. Yeah. I was really hopeful when Shri Sir Adarniya Supreme Leader showed up. And I was like, ab to players mein mata aa jayegi final mein. But didn't come. Sad. Very sad. Didn't come. There are some memorable moments of Adarniya Modi ji. I call these momos now. Okay. Memorable Modi moments. Memomos. Wonderful. Tupply. Coin on head. I'm going to shut it down. The music. Yeah, the music is a bit copyright. I don't know, copyright. And now, yeah, and he'll just take it away and... Oh my god, nothing happened. Oh my god. Memorable Modi moments. Wonderful. Such great with kids. He's very great with kids. Which of course was memed later. And another memomo, which is related to the World Cup final.
आप लोग पूरा 10-10 गेम जीत के आए हो, ये तो होता रहता है। सुनाइए भाई, देश आप लोगों को देख रहा है। कहाँ राहुल? कैसे हैं? आप लोग मेहनत बहुत की है, लेकिन कहाँ बाबू? खेलो ना पड़ दो। हमें बहुत अच्छा किया है इस बार। तू तो गुजराती बोलते हो इसने? थोड़ा कर दो घर से। सो आप लोग बहुत अच्छी मेहनत की है। चलिए होता है
होता है,
होता रहता है
होता
ऐसा।
रहता है,
हाँ।
होता
तो
रहता है।
साथियों को एक दूसरे को जरा हौसला बुलंद करते चलिए। और जब आप लोग फ्री हो गए कभी दिल्ली आएंगे तो बैठूंगा आप लोगों के साथ। मेरी तरफ से निमंत्रण है आपसे।
Memomo, another memomo. Yeah, yeah. This also happened. Important event. Silkyara tunnel collapse happened. Yeah. This also happened in November. I really recommend you read this article because it points out how there were so many lapses and I mean the contractors who were building this tunnel basically didn't build escape tunnels. They didn't have safety. They didn't have so many things happening. And then they had to call like this fellow from Australia who is a tunneling expert who finally was able to actually get them out, which was a great thing. But I genuinely think you should read this because I don't think anybody is being held accountable for this shit. An entire tunnel collapsed. People could have died. This was a big deal. But everybody turned it into, oh my god, rescued. Yay. So now, all good, I guess. Happened in November. Silkyara tunnel collapse. On-site investigation coupled with open source intelligence reveals the alarming lapses in construction of the Silkyara tunnel where collapse entrapped 41 workers on Diwali. And of course, fun story, another one. YouTuber Elvish Yadav questioned for 3 hours in snake venom rave case. Some people were caught with snakes who were taking it to a rave party to use as drugs. Their venom was being used as drugs. I still don't know how that works. Anyway, they were going to do that, and then they said, oh, Elvish Yadav is the one connecting us. So he was questioned, and then he named someone else. It was an allegation which didn't turn out to be true, or it did. I don't know. It was a very bizarre case. He keeps coming with snakes in his videos. So Maneka Gandhi and her NGO was the one who trapped them, which I thought was extremely fun. So I've also done a video on this, so you can watch the whole thing. Again, one of those dramatic fun stories which happened in November 2023. And that was November. Yeah. Modi Moments, sub-brand of Magic Moments. People who are privileged don't realize they are getting poor by the hour, be it South Mumbai or Delhi. 15 lakh bulke, each person now has a debt of 1.5 lakh for 10 years. National debt per population. Agreed, Kumar. I don't think people, it's like they're this frog in boiling water situation, right? Where they just keep getting debt on themselves and finally it will come to bite them in the A one day. But again, the other way I look at it, everybody who is taking loans or seems to be living in massive debt is kind of fine. I mean, Adani is over leveraged. It's kind of fine. You just have to be pro-establishment. You just need to suck up to the authority and then nothing happens to you because our system is kind of broken. And if you're a privileged person, it's better if you want to enrich yourself, you need to be with the authority. That Australia guy was pissed because of old and faulty instruments. Even a driller broke during the operation. Yeah, I saw that. I remember. But also that was because of the rocks. Like it being harder than expected. Something happened there. Coin on forehead is placed on dead bodies in many cultures as a part of funeral rites prevalent in Tamil Nadu. Also apparently by ancient Greeks and Chinese. Oh, really? Interesting. Can you talk about how incel culture played into animal success? Arvind? I do agree. I keep saying this. We have an epidemic of loneliness in this country, but actually all over the world, but more prevalent around you. There are extremely lonely people everywhere, men especially, who have no idea how to talk to women, and they keep getting into situations where they can form tribes which are based on women hating. And Animal is what happens when one of those guys is a director with a lot of money, and Ranbir Kapoor. Yeah. They have a lot of money and they are women haters. That's it. Basically, that's what it is. And they show it through their art. I'm not saying that you shouldn't produce anything. I'm just saying that it's kind of sad that these people actually exist and they're not being held accountable in a way where actually they might need to be a bit more nuanced in this one. I feel like you should watch Sucharita. She does it better than me. Again, why am I giving you film reviews? But I do feel like this is a sort of a reflection of how lonely men who cannot talk to women are just generally awkward. Find a group of people who also feel the same awkwardness, but which turns into hatred and a community of haters and just misogynist, patriarchal idiots. They get together and go wild on the internet together. That is basically it. And those are the audiences that go for these movies. And of course, some people just went because they were like, I want to review this and I want trauma. So they did. Okay, last month we have gone through this, but we still have last month. Okay. Quickly through December, Parliament winter session happened, bills were passed, MPs were suspended, 143 of them, and then 12 bills were passed in 3 days with bare minimum they basically just passed. There is a whole live stream I did on this. It's called Democracy Suspended, so you can watch that. There are like 2 giant live streams on both these. Have been covering this extensively on this channel, Parliament in general, so you can watch that. But of course, our friendly chairman has suffered. I will just give you one sample of how our chairman suffers.
राम के ऊपर एक बात है कि बस में एक यंग आदमी जा रहा था, उसके साइड में गांव का एक बुजुर्ग बैठा था, तो उस यंग आदमी ने सिगरेट पीते हुए पूरे के पूरा धुआं ताऊ के ऊपर फेंकता था। ताऊ परेशान था पर कुछ किया नहीं। आखिर में उस युवक ने सिगरेट ऐसी पी कि एक चिंगारी ताऊ की धोती के ऊपर पड़ गई। तब उस यूथ को लगा कि मैंने सीमा पार कर दी है। तो उसने कहा, ताऊ तेरा गांव कौन सा है? बोला, क्या पूरे गांव की आग लगाएगा? तो कर दिया सो कर दिया, आगे क्या करना है? पूरा दिन इतना दुखी है, नहीं और क्या करोगे? जया जी एक सेकंड मेरी सुनिए। मैं तो मेरी पीड़ा व्यक्त भी नहीं कर सकता। आज का दिन मेरे लिए बहुत ही चिंता का विषय है। हाउस में भी, हाउस के बाहर भी। House needs to be in order. The house will meet at 5 p.m. today.
So basically what happened is this fellow and the other fellow, the speaker, suspended a bunch of MPs. MPs went outside, started protesting, and in the protest, a TMC MP basically stood up and started mimicking a speaker. He didn't mention whether it was the chairman or the speaker of Lok Sabha. He was just like doing mimicry outside. Everybody was having fun at the protest. Rahul Gandhi was recording it. And that kind of leaked, that video leaked, and this fellow took it upon himself and was like, oh my God, oh, so much suffering. I'm so suffery. So sufferer telling story, Jaya Bachchan screaming, "Aap hi ki to sun rahe hai." All these fun things happened in December. Just keeping another record of this happening. Another suffery speech. I am a sufferer. A sufferer knows how to withstand from within. taking all upfront, enduring all insults with one direction. We are the service of Bharat Mata. Suffering sufferer.
I am a sufferer.
Yes, sufferer.
A sufferer knows how to withstand from inside. Take all affronts, all insults with one direction. We are in the service of our Bharat Mata.
Correct. So suffer.
You will have to show integrity. You will have to exhibit high ethical standards.
Correct, sir.
There will be pressures and counter pressures.
Correct, sir.
The secretary knows that many a business thrive because of statistical data.
Oh.
If he were to reveal his mind, how industries prosper on data, how government policies are moderated by data. So they think, let us manipulate the data.
क्या बोल रहे हैं? I don't understand what he's saying. First he started, oh, everybody suffers. We suffer. And then he's like, oh, how companies are manipulated. Sufferer, big suffer. Just that I don't want like a privilege committee notice on me or something. Sir, big respect to you, sir. I know you suffer. We all suffer. Suffer. I've said it multiple times. And yes, democracy died in December. Yeah, it did. Second last story. India targets Apple over its phone hacking notifications. This is a Washington Post story. It is in continuation with the Adani saga, the Pegasus saga, and what happened in October, and now it is concluding in December. Not kind of concluding. A report has come out 2 days ago that after the notifications went out in October to all these opposition members saying there is a state-sponsored attack happening, Washington Post found out that Apple's executives were summoned from the US and the Indian authorities asked them to hide the thing. And they said, Acha, listen, we need to kind of play this well. Please don't say it outright or make this worse. And then Apple essentially did some hemming and hawing and whatever. That was basically it. Another revelation in this story is there is a reporter called Anand Mangnale, and he and Ravi Nair were working with OCCRP. The story that I told you about Hindenburg and over-invoicing and all the things that came out, yeah. So they were both reporters who were working on it. They sent a questionnaire to Adani, and a day later, their phones were infected with Pegasus. Again, not saying it's connected, hell of a coincidence. I don't know if it is true or not. But basically, Adani is India, India is Adani, Adani is Modi ji is Adani. Allegedly. It doesn't make sense otherwise. How did a Pegasus enter the phone of this Anand Mangnale the day after he sent a questionnaire to Adani? Just don't know. He has suffered. Anand Mangnale has also suffered. He's a sufferer. Everybody is a sufferer right now because we are suffering. This moronic authoritarian bullshit government. I mean, come on, guys. What is happening? Seriously. What the actual F? Yeah. Fun. Second last image to conclude this wonderful 2023 review. This was the 2023 review. Fun picture. Modi ji has set up selfie points everywhere. He has set up selfie points. And this is what is happening to them. New India. This is New India. New India. It's saying it's New India. 4 crore. Naya Bharat. New India. Everybody's there. So yes, friends, that was the long ass 2023 review. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. this is a good image to end it. And I hope you have fun in 2024. Okay, now some personal review. Yeah, how was my 2023, sorry. Wanted to talk about that a little bit, right? It's been strange, guys. My year has been very strange. Yeah, so last to last year is when I quit News Laundry and I went to work with IVM as creative director. I also was a little overloaded in the head with toxicity in general, all the things that are happening, and I wanted a sort of a break, but I also wanted to try out new formats. So I joined IVM as creative director. Did some things, tried some things, didn't really work out. We had differences in that company and I quit. But I also think 2023 has been a bit of a turning point for me. I have been wanting to start my own YouTube channel for years now. I just didn't have the courage to do it. I just didn't have the courage to sort of take that leap of faith. It is a trust fall. If you know that trust fall exercise where you stand, there are a bunch of people behind you and you fall and you hope that people catch you. This is a trust fall exercise for me, right? Because for a good year, etc., I've been told by so many people that if I continue to talk against the government, then I should basically kiss any sort of job or money goodbye. And I kind of want to prove them wrong also in a way. Again, I'm not saying that I'll get like shit ton of money, but yeah, that's the situation. Sankalp is asking, what is IVM? It is a podcast company from Bombay. You can check it out. But yeah, so, and I also thought that nobody is really covering parliament. Nobody is really covering politics the way it should be covered. So there is a gap there, especially in English news media. So I was like, let's see. I wanted to try long form videos. I'm doing it. I learned video editing. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm doing live streams. Longest live stream ever, guys. 3 hours, 42 minutes. Amazing. More longer live streams coming soon. But yeah, 2023 has been quite a turning point for me. And I hope you guys are enjoying this turning point on my behalf as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have fun in 2023 and all the best for 2024. Yeah, that's my review. Bro, your qualifications, please, bro. I am a BCom, sir. I am a BCom and from Nagpur University. Not much qualification I have. I basically went and did LAMP fellowship after that. Legislative assistant to member of parliament, and I worked for 7 years in parliament with different MPs, writing speeches, helping them understand bills, all the things. And then after that, I joined News Laundry. I was doing reporting, videos, all the things. So yeah, and now I'm here. Hello. Oh yeah, system configuration. I think kahan gaya? System. Let me show you. This is my system configuration, if you can see it. Ryzen 5 5600 6-core processor, 16 GB RAM. I also have a GeForce 2080, like a graphics card inside. So yeah. I hope you had fun, friends. I hope that I was able to sort of entertain you all this while. If you are watching this channel and if you want to continue supporting me, please do consider supporting through membership. And please do become members. You can join my Discord server as usual, and we will do some chats there. I'm going to include more people in my Wednesday live streams. So please do consider doing that. Please do consider supporting this channel. Support more independent media channels now because of freaking Godi media going and losing it, as you can see. So yeah, thank you so much, friends. Have a wonderful New Year's and have fun in 2024. I will see you next year. That's it from me. Bye bye.